read an article this morning that the dog was in a crate, like a closed crate.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense
than being locked in the closet because Gene Hackman and his wife were noted dog lovers. There were all these stories about it. Didn't you say that he took home one of the dogs from the set of The Replacements?
Yeah.
And named it Keanu?
No, he took Gene.
Oh, he should have took Keanu.
No, he picked Gene.
But in that movie about the cat that Key and Peele did, they named it Keanu.
The movie about that cat.
It was called Keanu, I believe.
Oh, right. I missed that one.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it wasn't Get Out, but it was good.
All right.
Yeah, they're saying that dog was in a crate.
Okay.
And that the crate was shut. Not that he was in a closet.
That makes a lot more sense because they found the other 2 dogs on the property.
Right. It's so weird that these stories come out and they get printed everywhere and everybody just knows that to be the fact. And then a week later they go, oh, actually it was the complete opposite and a very reasonable thing.
Well, everybody loves corrections. They always pay attention to the corrections as much as the original story.
You'll find that to be the case, that that sensational headline was wrong story is usually the more popular of the two, not the original sensational headline. And they said that, so we didn't talk about this yesterday. So last time we spoke, I said, clearly carbon monoxide. And I feel like within hours of me getting off the air, articles came out that said clearly not carbon monoxide. And I went, oh, okay.
But that's not necessarily true.
What?
Well,
I read it wasn't carbon monoxide.
I heard yesterday, I was listening to 1010 Wins because that's what I do.
I don't anymore. They fired their best reporter.
He retired.
No, he was fired in disgrace.
Gross sexual misconduct.
Yes, John Montone.
Oh, they found that laptop?
That's right. John Montone was fired in disgrace, if I remember correctly.
Too many wayward jugs around the office?
That's right. They just found a news van full of piss jugs, and they said, we can't have you here anymore. You've become a liability.
Look, he just showed up at that house to enjoy some pizza.
Are you comparing your own father to internet celebrity Jeff Skokol?
Oh, famous.
As we were talking, I said, maybe we shouldn't go so far. It is Mike's dad. And then Mike, of course, is the one that goes way too far.
No. Pizza.
You know Jeff Skokol? Yeah, my dad. John Montone. Same.
Well, we're a big TCAP family.
I am aware. I've been keeping up, too, with Chris Hansen's internet activities now.
Oh, he's been putting a bunch up on YouTube.
On YouTube, I've been watching.
You get my favorite one is it's a combination episode: Golf Cart Matt and Glory Hole Jerry.
Bro, I watched it.
I
watched it. Golf Cart Matt literally rolls up to a pedophile sting operation in a golf cart. Like, he lives in the neighborhood. He rolls up in a golf cart. I believe that he's planning on just being there for an hour or two because he's got work.
Yeah, well, he has work the next day.
The next morning, yes. And he's very concerned that he needs to get out of there because he's got work in the morning.
Yeah, well, I think he wanted a massage, and then according to the chat, he said he wanted that ass.
Yeah. Well, that's not what the chat says. It says you wanted that ass. Who knew when those Dateline shows came out that we were building a cottage industry? It really is great. But, okay, so you were listening to 1010 Wins, and they were telling you that...
So, even though the firefighters didn't find any carbon monoxide, and the initial autopsy does not show carbon monoxide, the fact that he is confirmed dead for at least 9 days, because that's the last time...
Didn't they say his wife was mummified?
Yeah, she showed signs of mummification.
Because there was a guy, this guy Kevin in Scranton, who was terrified when he heard about it. He thought mummies were fake.
But the last activity on his pacemaker was 9 days prior to them finding him. So they know that he had been dead for at least 9 days.
I knew they were sending that pacemaker data to the government. That's why I didn't get one. Yeah, of course it is. That's how they know.
No.
They're sharing the pacemaker data now, too. Does that shock you?
Not for a second.
Me neither.
You told me yesterday they already got our information.
No, I didn't realize that they got our heartbeats.
So you've been putting off getting a pacemaker.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's actually really dangerous.
Well, I think it's really... The surveillance state is really dangerous. So what do you think is more dangerous?
Surveillance state.
Me too.
Do you have Easy Pass?
Of course.
Okay.
Gotta get through quick. I don't want to... These tolls by mail are expensive.
But anyway, so the fact that he had been dead for at least 9 days, and assuming that she'd also been dead for at least 9 days, they said that they could still have been poisoned by carbon monoxide, but it would be so hard to detect after all that time still being in the blood. So maybe if that did happen, then the autopsy that comes out in like 30 days will maybe show that. But even though they haven't detected carbon monoxide at all, it can't be completely ruled out.
I guess nothing can be. Yeah, I think the latest is that they're saying now...
I don't see anything about the dog being in a crate.
I looked up Gene Hackman on Google News literally this morning, and some article said the dog was in a crate.
Some article. All right. Gene Hackman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's still on my phone. Who knows? But...
What you do?
Well, what am I going to do? Look at my phone? I got to host a radio show. But... They said they were found in separate rooms. They weren't found in the bed or anything together. In my mind, I go, okay, they're in the bed together. They fell asleep. Carbon monoxide. They're found in the bed. The article that I read said maintenance workers found them.
Yes.
Called 911.
Yes.
Or called a caretaker. The caretaker called 911. Here come the cops, and they find Gene Hackman, who had a cane, but he and his cane were on the ground, like in the kitchen or something like that.
In a mudroom.
And then...
You know you're doing well if you got a mudroom.
Mudrooms are for the wealthy.
Yeah.
The elites have mudrooms. For those that don't know, mudrooms are literal rooms for putting boots and coats.
That's it.
I mean, imagine that. Imagine you walk into a palatial estate and they go, what's this room for? What is this? Some kind of office? Maybe a small bedroom? And they go, no. Just coats and boots go in here.
Some people might say, well, isn't that a closet?
Mm-mm. No, because it's a room.
Yeah.
You can walk into it.
Yeah.
There's shelves sometimes. You can put various household items that you have excess stock of. It's an incredible thing to see. I've only heard about them. Mudrooms.
Yeah.
But, so he's in the mudroom, and that's how you can store a body in a mudroom. That's how big these things are.
I don't know if he was being stored in
Well, he said he was in there for 9 days, so,
I mean...
6 of one, half a dozen of the other, as far as I'm concerned. He was stored in the mudroom. And then they said that his wife was in the bathroom. Is the heater thing true?
I heard the heater thing originally.
But now I don't hear about the heater anymore.
This is, okay, USA Today. This is,
when was this published?
This was published yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay. Also, by
the way, it's not USA Yesterday, so we have to take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, I'm just saying, this article still says German Shepherd in a closet.
It's so that nobody has any of these details.
I don't see anything about a cage.
I wonder if I fell into some kind of a trap.
I think you did.
Oh, I hope so.
No, it's okay. I mean, even the really smart,
even the very smart,
get fooled sometimes. It's easy to be fooled.
I think it was maybe LA Times or something. I'm looking at these links that I clicked because I clicked many links because every article. Yeah. LA Times. Where's the investigation go from here? How is the couple? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Every article has different information about this, which is why it's only feeding in to the conspiracies that are just
a dog conspiracy.
Of course, they're dog conspiracy. They're going crazy. Everywhere I was going this weekend, people were talking about Gene Hackman, and everybody had a different story that they had heard about it. There were every article I've said says that there were prescription pills found around his wife. Strewn.
Yeah. And yes, the space heater is something. According to a search warrant affidavit, authorities found the actor in a mudroom near his cane, appearing to have fallen, while his wife was found in an open bathroom near a space heater with an open prescription bottle and pills scattered on the nearby countertop.
So is it? They don't know about head trauma or anything like that? They probably won't know until the autopsy?
But no.
Because part of me wonders if, okay.
Do you have a theory?
Yeah, of course. I always have theories.
Cool.
Gene Hackman is a really old guy and in bad health. That's
not a theory. That's true.
But that's how my theory begins. I'm presenting the information.
Okay. This is like when you did a science project in school and you had to present a hypothesis.
A hypothesis is an educated guess.
Right.
You can't just say, here's my guess, and that's the hypothesis.
No, hypothesis is if, then, because.
Okay.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah. That's like what you're trying to prove.
If blah, 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 then blah, blah, blah,
Right.
because.
So if
Then you get the 3-sided cardboard.
right. Then you open it up
You
and
bring
you
it
put
to the lunch
and then you
room.
blindfold somebody. You have them taste different drinks, and you laugh at the ones who taste the gross ones,
The piss.
the piss. And it goes.
I think that's the Montone science project.
They go, this is piss, and it goes, oh wow, your taste buds work even with the blindfold on. That's incredible.
If I brought something to school that was going to be tasted, you can bet it was filled with piss.
And then they go, that ain't piss.
That ain't piss. Okay, USA Today learned the dog who perished in the Hackman home was actually a 12-year-old reddish Australian Kelpie mixed breed, so not a German Shepherd,
Okay.
who was once trained, blah, blah, blah. It's unclear how it was misidentified. So they misidentified the dog. They said the wrong dog was dead. Is what this article says.
Okay.
And
Oh,
then-
I did read about that.
Right.
Yes.
Later in the article, though, it says dog trapping at the Hackman home. It says that this is the article that says it was in a crate instead of a closet.
You didn't read the part where it said crate.
Well, I'm trying to do this thing, dude. You're the one who's supposed to be reading.
I'm trying to read, but I'm trying
I know,
to do
and
this
it's
thing.
tough. They got all these words with all these syllables.
Yeah, there's lots of links.
I get it. I get it. And you got to go through every pop-up ad before you can get any information. It's too much. So,
All right, your theory.
he collapses. The dog's in the crate. And they're
Yes.
like, oh, we're going to let this dog out of the crate soon. He collapses. She panics, runs to get his medication. That's the prescription pills. Because,
Okay.
everybody's jumping to conclusions about these prescription pills, but they can't say what they are because of HIPAA. So they could just be heart pills. It doesn't mean that,
Yeah.
they were nefarious pills. She somehow falls as she's panicking and getting these pills. She's 63. She takes a bad fall.
Okay.
The pills go flying when she falls.
Uh-huh.
Hits her head. It's a bathroom. And she's out like a light. And that's how she goes out.
What about the dog?
And
Oh, the
no-
dog just starves.
And nobody lets the dog out of the crate. 9 days in a crate. It's a 12-year-old dog.
Okay. Now,
That's my working theory. And I've seen a lot of Law and Order. SVU specifically.
didn't they say the door was kind of open?
Well, maybe he was getting ready to leave the house. Door was open. I mean, yeah, one article, but then other articles don't. I don't know if the door was open, but if the door was open, the idea that on a nice summer day they had the door open for a breeze. I mean, technically it's the winter. It's not a summer day, but they're in L.A., so it's always summer. Do they live in L.A.? Santa Fe.
Oh, they live in Santa Fe.
Okay, so it'll probably be a little colder there.
Yeah.
But
It's dry.
still-
It's a dry.
Probably nice there this time of year.
well, it's elevated, so it may be chilly. But still, I mean, I think that they could have had the door open during the day. Is the back door? It wasn't the front door. So the idea that they had the back door open, letting some air in, I don't think that that's crazy.
Okay, you're right. I just read about the crate. USA Today.
Oh, wait, no,
I
before
didn't
you-
say you were wrong,
but- yes,
and
you
I'm
did.
not apologizing. I said you
Danielle,
couldn't
Danielle,
provide. You couldn't.
No, I don't want to
you
hear from
couldn't
you. I don't want
cite
to hear.
your
I don't want to hear
sources.
from you right now.
I
Danielle,
control
what
my
was
microphone.
what was the implication to you?
Yeah, it was you said crate, he said closet.
And was he saying, oh, like he was making it seem like I was wrong, that I get tricked like Troy always does?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Always get tricked.
Troy, why is he
Often,
bringing you
often.
into
Yeah,
this?
why are you bringing it up? Why are you bringing me into this?
Often, because you said I hope he got tricked.
Oh, that's
and the
true. You did say
implication behind you hoping I got tricked was because you always get tricked and I bust your balls for it. So guess what? The fact that you hope that it happened to me, you took a gamble and you lost too. Because apparently Danielle's the only one that knows Sam wins again.
I mean, I was thinking maybe the crate was in the closet.
Okay. But once I said it, you were like, Sam's probably right on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
anyway,
welcome.
Anyway, Travis, if you could reiterate what I was saying.
Also-
because you were too busy, by the way, instead of doing what a producer does, which is reading the article, you were too busy going like, oh, let me slip into wiener mode and make fun of Sam for not reading the article.
love being in wiener mode.
I know you do. It's a natural thing, and I don't. Yeah, it's who you are, and I'm
It's
not
part of
gonna-
my charm.
I know, and I wouldn't tell you to stop because I don't want you to stop being who you are. But when wiener mode gets in the way of being an actual producer, it should be pointed out. That's all. That's all.
Okay. The only thing I will say is that this.
my God,
Hang
this
on,
guy.
no. This has nothing to do with you. this goes
To my credit.
This goes to our previous point of how like nobody cares about corrections.
That's true.
Because
That
you
is
would
true.
think that Googling Gene Hackman dog would produce a bunch of stories
Yes.
saying like so and so was actually not in there.
100%. There's a huge, and that was part of it. That there's a huge difference between the dog being locked in a closet and the dog being locked in a crate.
I mean, there are literally 2 stories
Right.
on USA Today
Right.
that have separate, different information.
right.
Here's the thing: you just update it in the new copy because if you correct it, it makes you look like an idiot.
Right. Right.
The news industry, they don't like to do that because they kind of look stupid all the time.
Right. Because they love putting out an article quickly.
Yes.
They love a quick article.
They all have to be the first.
Right. That's why your dad got fired, right?
Well, no, as we discussed before, it's because of a litany of other things.
So what's the crate information
USA Today
that
learned-
I had come to the table with, by the way? Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
USA
Anyway.
Today is the one that uncovered the information.
Thank you.
USA Today learned that the dog who perished in the Hackman home was actually Zina, or Zina, Z-I-N-N-A, I don't know, a 12-year-old reddish Australian Kelpie, mixed breed who had once trained in agility skills to compete in the Westminster Kennel Club dog show. Her body was found in a closed crate in the home. According to Joey Padilla, who transported the surviving dogs...
Joey.
who transported the surviving dogs
wanna give
to
a
his
shout-out.
facility.
Right. Thank you.
I mean,
Thank you.
you didn't do anything.
I came to the table with real information, and you tried to discredit me. So if that's nothing, okay, you're right.
I like
You need to.
I like when people cite their sources, and you couldn't cite your source. So I start to doubt you.
And what happens? You look like a goddamn fool.
I was
Never doubt me. Mike in North Carolina. What's up, Mike?
Hey guys, I just want to say they released the medicine pretty soon afterwards, and it's just like normal medicine that she had like spilled out. And the dog thing, the crate was. They talked about it. It's not the same day. The second day, you just got to get your news from one source.
What's your source?
Alex.
Jones.
Alex Jones?
No, I'm just joking. It's fucking AP News. Just AP News.
Yeah.
Just AP.
I mean, look, we try to get our
Another
news from
thing,
one source.
If I may.
Yeah.
Two
you
different
may.
things.
You may.
Sam, what happened to Lonely Fucking Fridays? I used to love throwing you a couple shekels in the super chats. All of a sudden, you get a new job, a new gig, and you don't need my fucking money anymore.
No, look, I love Lonely
My
Fridays.
money's not
Sam, you don't need his
fucking
money?
good enough for you.
Trust me, I need his money. I got all these kids. They're eating me out of house and home. Every time I turn around, they
I
want
just throw
another
you
meal.
$5.
You got to. I mean, these 8-year-olds now. I figure I get a Domino's, it'll last me for a week. I leave the room. I mean, my 8-year-old is like Buzz in Home Alone, just shoving the last slice in his mouth and staring holes through me. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
Mike's trying to give you $5.
I know. I would. Lonely Fridays are my joy. I would like to start doing it again. I was doing them on the Not Sam YouTube channel for a long time, but also I'm doing 4 solo shows a week now, plus the wrestling podcast, plus now the WWE podcast, plus Satisfying, plus everything.
Boo-hoo.
Okay, no, it's not.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Sam, put your
I'll see
Venmo
you
link
next
up so
time.
Mike can
I'm
send you some money.
voting those zombies. I'll see you next time you're on there.
Okay, thank you, Mike. I mean, at a point you get to.
I do so many podcasts.
No, at a point, I wake up in the morning and I go, if somebody's not asking me to do it, I go, there's no way people need to, anybody.
Also, how much can you talk?
That's the point. Nobody wants to hear me. A hot dog will text going, are we going to do a Lonely Friday today? And I'll just text him back saying, I've talked enough.
Yeah, I know.
And he wrote back one time, that's what needs to be on your tombstone. I've talked enough. It's enough. Everybody knows where I stand on everything.
It's a lot
It's a lot.
for everybody.
Who needs to hear more?
We're good.
We're good. I mean, trust me, if I haven't told you how I feel about it, I don't give a fuck about it. Anyway. Brian in Texas.
So to add to your theory, we're currently crate training a puppy, and
Right.
if anybody's crate training a dog, you leave them in there long enough unattended, accidents are going to happen. So I'd be interested to know if any of these sources or articles mention maybe how long the dog was in there unattended.
Yeah, what's the dog shit situation?
I mean, dangerous. I
Right.
think.
Right. There's all kinds of ways. Thank you, Brian.
Unless he ate it.
Yep.
He might have eaten it.
Dogs
I mean,
do that sometimes.
Yeah, they do. They're not even when they're hungry.
Yeah.
My dog eats like a completely healthy diet, but still she'll go outside and try to get a nibble. No, you have to stop her. I don't understand it.
You're just complaining about your kids eating you out of house and home.
Yeah,
just let the dog have its own feces.
And then she looks at me. She's like, "I'm trying to help."
Yeah, you'll spend less on dog food, Dad.
And I go, "Okay, you're right. Time to recycle."
Farmer's dog is expensive.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, it's true. I know. Yeah, so I think part of it is the inability to correct news stories, but also, all these spots know that if you keep the mystery out there, make it feel like a Netflix documentary, you keep it sexy, that everybody's going to keep clicking on all the content. The minute you say, "Oh, these are two old people that collapsed and the dog was in a crate," all the sort of conspiracy and foul play and motives, all of it goes out the window. You can't play that game anymore. I think they know that.
I'm still saying carbon monoxide.
I'm saying Epstein files.
Okay.
See, there are. I mean, you know what's ridiculous?
What?
There are literally people on Twitter going, Gene Hackman was about
95-year-old Gene
95-year-old Gene Hackman, who last time I saw a picture of him, it didn't even look like he had a lower jaw. It looked like his jaw was gone. I mean, this guy retired from acting. There's no reason to retire from acting, especially at that stage in life. It's the easiest thing ever when you're Gene Hackman.
Yeah, but once you do Welcome to Mooseport, it's kind of like, what else is there?
You think you wanted to leave on a high?
Yeah.
Okay, that's possible. But the guy's in terrible condition. Why would Gene Hackman have that information? And why would he be the one? I mean, the last pictures that we saw of him, he's an old man.
Yeah.
Who looked like the wind was going to knock him over, and he's just trying to get a Wendy's. And now people like Troy are out there going, "I think he knows the truth." Why would he know the truth? He's been out the game for...
anyone who dies knows the truth.
He's been out the game for 20 years.
Even a 95-year-old man.
Yeah, he's been just sitting in it. He's not even in Los Angeles anymore. He's in Santa Fe. He's been sitting in his house in Santa Fe thinking about Georgia O'Keeffe and nothing else for 15 years. They're like, he knew the secrets. I mean, there are so many people more active in Hollywood than Gene Hackman was. No, I think I think it was a series of unfortunate events. I'm going against. To me, carbon monoxide, I don't know. There's just something about like
carbon monoxide just makes more sense if two people are just in separate areas, just fell.
But I don't think carbon monoxide hits you like that. Like carbon monoxide slowly takes you out. It doesn't hit you to the point where you're just walking around and then I'm in the mudroom. Now I'm on the floor because carbon monoxide.
I mean, all of a sudden you can't breathe anymore.
Well, you don't choke on carbon monoxide. It slowly puts you out.
You're going to fall.
Well, yeah, like a chokehold would slowly put you out.
Chokeholds are way quicker than carbon monoxide.
No, they take up to 10 seconds.
Chokeholds?
Yeah.
No, carbon monoxide puts you to sleep. It doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
Knock you out in a snap.
Chokehold, arm goes up, 1.
Plus, you feel it.
2.
Oh.
3. So it doesn't
and sometimes
knock you out.
Sometimes, depending on the momentum of the space that you're in, you're almost out. And then at 2, you start to power up.
Yeah.
And that arm starts to charge up again. And the person who's choking you out has no idea how this power has overcome you because he was sucking out the oxygen in your body. And all of a sudden, especially if you're a hero, you're able to conquer your foe. That's true. And
so it's not an instant thing.
No, you're right. You're right.
If you're standing, you're not going to slowly, slinkily drip down like a cartoon.
Yeah.
You're going to fall over.
No, you're going to you would slowly kind of.
So you think you just go like this? You go, oh, I'm slow.
That's exactly what it is.
No.
Yes.
No, at some
you don't
point,
go out like a light.
At some point, there's no more oxygen,
and you collapse.
No, you slowly lose energy. That's why people do it. It's not painful at all. It doesn't
He probably didn't notice that he's 95. He always has
no energy. It's this is very typical.
Yeah.
No, it slowly puts you to sleep.
Well, if you Google it, it depends on how much you're exposed to. So depending on the levels, it says if it's a smaller amount, within 20 minutes, you may feel severe headache or migraine, increased nausea, dizziness. And then if it's more, only 5 to 10 minutes that starts to happen.
But you'll get those symptoms.
And she's like,
so
let me go get my pills.
down.
That's
if they
so once
started
again,
feeling
Danielle, me and you are the only people with brains in this room. Why is it that I say something and you guys disagree, and then you got to look it up to find out that I'm right again? You don't learn a lesson.
Your theory is out of a movie.
Because this is fucking nuts. They were mummified. Gene Hackman was
They were only
Bro.
mummified because they were not found for
Gene
so
Hackman
long.
was found decomposing in his house for 9 days, and you're like, boy, your theory is out of a movie. You know what happens in movies? You find people like Gene Hackman decomposing for 9 days. It's a crazy story. It's nuts.
It would be so heartbreaking to know that she died slipping and falling trying to help him get his medication.
I believe that's what happened. That's why she was holding the medication.
That's good. They get to go out together. That's a romantic.
I mean, that part is
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, I think there was that moment of, that's my theory, that there was this moment of chaos. And then, because you're not holding medication, and then, carbon monoxide. Ah! They literally said it was strewn
What is
about.
the carbon monoxide like?
It slowly puts you
Wait
out.
for you to put down your pills?
No, you sit down. Even if you sit down on the floor,
But if
you
you're
slowly
holding an
sit.
open bottle of medication
Ah, I'm
and you
gonna throw 'em everywhere.
and you fall, it's gonna
You're-
spill.
I know, and that's what I
Scatter.
just said. Carbon monoxide doesn't make you fall down.
That's-
It's slow.
He is such an
Stop
idiot.
that nonsense.
And
It
if you-
doesn't make you fall down.
doesn't
No.
make you fall. All of a sudden, you're just like slowly.
Yeah, I mean,
going
Danielle
to
literally
the
just
ground.
read the symptoms. She literally just told you it starts with a headache and
That's
a migraine.
AI.
If you have a migraine, you're going to go and sit down. Jesus, my head hurts. Oh, I'm feeling nauseous. Let
Not
me
if
sit
you're
down.
busy.
And then you slowly
yeah, the
pass
cane
out.
is crazy. That means that he fully was standing.
Exactly.
But I don't
He's
know.
always got his cane.
I don't even know what that means.
He needs it. I've seen photos.
I mean, you just say things. You guys just...
and he had sunglasses.
Yeah, we got somebody else.
Sunglasses were found next to his body.
He's probably out ready to go for a walk. That's why the door was open. That's why he had sunglasses. That's why... And by the way,
Or maybe he's just one of those cool
By the
people
way-
who wear sunglasses indoors.
another hole in Travis and Troy, the stupid twins theory.
We don't look anything like that.
Mike in Worcester. What's up, Mike?
I need a player of the game belt. If the door is open, it cannot be carbon monoxide.
Maybe the door wasn't open.
I mean,
We've
don't say-
already
stop-
found
stop
out that the
giving me
dog
the-
wasn't in the closet.
Stop giving me maybes. Stop giving me maybes. You just say things. I don't know why you just say things. You go, oh, carbon monoxide happens. You drop your cane and just fall on the floor.
I like to help.
You're not. You're not. You're giving me agita.
I don't even know what that is.
It's upsetting me.
All right.
It's
fine.
upsetting. It's
You know
upsetting
what?
to me.
Next time you have a theory, I'll just sit here and I'll be like, good theory, Sam, and then we'll move on to the next thing.
That sounds like a great show.
We're going to knock out so many topics if it's like that.
We knock out topics daily. It's the whole point. Okay, Gary in Pennsylvania again. Oh, come on, Gary. Troy thinks you get carbon monoxide. You just throw your pills in the air and fall down. Idiot.
You think you fall like a cartoon,
like you sit
like
down.
Pepe Le Pew would fall down.
When
Get
the
out of here.
Okay,
Like a slinky, just
Gary.
like, whoa.
Gary.
Whoa.
Gary, I got to put you on hold for a second. When, in the ever-loving God of hell, did Pepe Le Pew ever fall
Bugs
down?
Bunny,
in a
Yeah,
cartoon?
he's just referencing
Whatever.
a cartoon.
Just giving you a
character.
cartoon. I'm not telling
First
you.
of all, it is so typical that Troy, the first cartoon character, is the most problematic cartoon character.
You mean the one
Of
that
course,
essays?
of course, it's Pepe Le Pew, the one who was harassing women.
That's nothing to do
unfairly
with my
persecuted.
point. I'm just telling you that.
And by the way, he so wanted to bring up Pepe Le Pew that not only did he bring up Pepe Le Pew, but Pepe Le Pew, in the history of Pepe Le Pew cartoons, has never fallen down once.
Okay, I'm
No,
sure Bugs
he's all about
Bunny
love.
has.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure, but you didn't say Bugs Bunny. He's a pet. You said that I think
I just gave
that
you a
they fall down
cartoon.
like Pepe Le Pew.
You don't have to.
I don't know what the hell you guys are
critique
talking
my-
about
my
today.
cartoon.
Yes, I do.
choice.
That's
Yes,
what
I
he
do.
does. That's what he does to make people like.
He spins it instead of like
I-
confronting the thing.
I present the fact that we have people just saying dumb shit.
Yeah, look over here, not over here.
Mike.
Exactly.
By the way, am I being gaslit or am I not being gaslit?
That's
No,
how-
Wile E. Coyote, I think, did
Yes.
most of the falling.
Yes,
Okay,
of course he
Wile E.
did.
Pepe Le
Coyote.
Pew usually painted himself like a cat to commit rape by deception.
That's who you like. That's your guy. That's your guy, Troy.
that's your guy.
That's your guy.
You get what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're trying to say.
If you're going to make a cartoon,
Mike, you're an army man.
I was a Marine.
It's all the army, right?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay, all right.
Specifically not.
All right, we're learning new things. Carbon monoxide. if there's carbon monoxide in the house, are you just going to be walking freely, holding your medication, and then all of a sudden, even though the door's wide open, throw your pills up in the air and collapse like Pepe Le Pew?
Not part of our training, but
Okay.
I have to assume that carbon monoxide, you'd kind of like maybe lean on the counter, you'd be losing energy, and then
Sit.
She falls down.
Then why would things be strewn?
And you're acting like
Because her arm knocked the pills over.
Then where you don't think if she was nauseous and had a migraine that she would sit?
Maybe she was going to get
Maybe.
pills. which
Maybe.
is obviously what she was doing.
And by the way, if a pill container's open and you fall, it's going to scatter. It's not like
Strewn, not scattered.
They're throwing it up in the air like confetti.
It's
Yeah.
strewn, not
Strewn.
scattered. Strewn. That's fair. That one you get points off.
Good job.
Troy, you get 0 points.
Come on.
He's acting like he's got all the facts, and we're like still arguing after everything's been settled.
You're not using logic. And you're thinking about if this one over here is just going like, you know what my favorite cartoon character is, and upsetting Danielle again.
I'm sorry, Dad.
It's like every day.
He says wild shit.
It's Women's History Month. Come on.
It's dude at Women's History
I know,
Month.
You're right. I apologize.
We're 4 days in. You're bringing up Pepe Le Pew. It's crazy. I'm sorry to the ladies, by the way. 4 days in.
He couldn't hold it in anymore.
He couldn't. He couldn't. And by the way, most of those days, he was in another country. He's had 1 day on the air. And it takes him 10 minutes to bring up Pepe Le Pew. I can't
Well,
believe
your
that.
theory is just so asinine.
Yeah, my theory is. Sure.
I think they're both equal.
Meep, meep.
You're so dismissive of other people's theories.
Yeah, because of how frequently I am right. Which is, again, Gary in Pennsylvania.
Hey guys,
Hey.
first time caller. Love the show, new show. It wasn't carbon monoxide.
Right.
Carbon monoxide would have killed all the dogs.
Yeah, all the dogs.
Dogs are just as susceptible to carbon monoxide as humans, pretty much all mammals.
Yes. Listen,
Carbon monoxide,
No, the other dogs were found
right.
outside.
I'm dealing with idiots, Gary. Carbon
Oh.
monoxide.
You don't
yeah.
even hear what I'm
Sorry.
saying.
Carbon monoxide. An old man exposed to carbon monoxide is dying in a chair or a bed. He's not falling with his cane.
Not if he had to go get something from the mudroom.
I forgot about the mudroom because it is such an elite thing.
Maybe he came back from inside the carbon monoxide, or from outside, because he was in the mudroom.
And I
Carbon
am,
monoxide hit him like a brick, and he fell down.
I forgot. Sometimes carbon monoxide will just wallop you.
Yeah,
Like before he could close the door behind
yeah,
him.
he's 95.
just instantly. It just wallops you.
The other two dogs were found outside.
It's like that big hand, which is odd because you would think if the dogs could get outside, so could the carbon monoxide. But maybe it was like it just hits you like a jackass hand.
Maybe they're always outside.
Like, you know, when that big hand comes in
Yeah.
and just slaps you? That's how the carbon monoxide takes you out. Yeah. As
She
soon
was
as-
found lying on her side on the floor in a bathroom with a space heater near her body.
See, that is what's tripping people out.
Yeah, the fact that they're like specifically mentioning that.
Well, because some people think that the space heater was moved post-mortem. And they're like, who the fuck moved that space
Really?
heater? That was one of the theories, except that was what a guy told me in a bar. So that's not a news. I'm just going to tell you my story because you want your sources cited. In a hotel bar, a couple people told me that they heard that the space heater got moved post-mortem.
Why would it be? Why?
That's
By
wh-
who?
That's where it gets suspicious. That's where
Oh.
foul play gets involved.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah, but they've already said no foul play.
they say a lot of things.
Everyone's very consistent on no foul play.
They say things. They say things. This is the lamestream media, don't forget.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And
about
a couple different people in the bar were like, yeah, I heard that too. So,
on the counter near her was an opened prescription bottle with pills scattered.
I heard strewn.
Eyewitness News 7 says scattered.
That's local news. Local news.
A German Shepherd. Now, we already know that this is false. It was not a German Shepherd.
So now it brings everything into question.
Was found dead 10 to 15 feet away, the document said. The dog was in a crate or a kennel, according to Santa Fe, blah, blah,
This
blah.
is
sheriff.
this is so rich people talk. To me, a kennel.
Oh, two other dogs owned by the couple survived, although officials both said they had access to a doggy door.
So the door wasn't open. It was a doggy door.
It was a doggy door.
Isn't it crazy how much like?
Can't we just get one?
No.
One source of information.
Which is why when a guy in a bar tells you, yeah, the space heater was moved post-mortem, I have no choice but to believe him, because depending on what article you read, it's just completely different information.
Santa Fe Fire Department found no signs of possible carbon monoxide leaks or poisoning. But if there was carbon monoxide at the scene, it could have vented out of the home through the open front door before responders arrived.
Right.
Oh, like it sneaks out. The way that's what carbon monoxide does. It hits you like a brick, and then it sneaks out of the house before anybody can catch it. That's why it's so dangerous.
Yeah, you're underestimating the sneakiness.
Okay, let's go to Ron in Arkansas. What's up, Ron?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
It's so good.
Good. It's actually Andy in South Carolina.
He got you.
I know there's a lot of misinformation on the show this morning, so
Yeah.
I just wanted us to be able to rally around the one truth that Troy is actually easily tricked.
Yeah, okay, so that is true. At the end of the day, like, so many facts and figures are being passed around, and people are, you hear stuff on the radio, you're going to take it with you to the water cooler, and I don't want false information out there. So you're saying when we narrow down what the facts are, it is that Troy is easily tricked. He's very gullible.
Yeah, he very confidently claimed that he wasn't earlier in the show, and as a journalist myself, I just could not let that stand.
Okay, so what Ron in Arkansas or Andy in South Carolina is saying, Troy, is that in order to provide data to the show, not to make you look like a fool, but to provide data to the show, he wanted to do the ultimate test as to whether or not you're easily fooled, and he snuck right by you as the phone screener. So it makes me feel, because you wrote Ron in Arkansas.
Because that's what this jerk-off said.
So to his point, you're easily fooled.
You are easily fooled.
I'm sick of your nonsense, Andy. I'll be honest with you.
Troy, I thought you were cool. You went to Hong Kong, shit your pants, and came back like this.
I know, but you just every day you just have to be a jerk-off, don't you? You have to.
I'm not every day.
No, he's providing a service.
We were cool. We've been cool.
He wasn't a jerk-off last week when Danielle was answering the phones.
He was. Danielle, did you like Andy?
I loved him.
Yeah, see? Thank you,
Troy,
Andy.
I'm just trying to help you get better at this, because when you know that your weaknesses, you can work on them and get better.
Yep.
Worry about yourself, Andy. How about that? Worry about yourself. Worry about being a major jerk-off every day.
And
major jerk-off.
I don't. Can I tell Andy? I appreciate the service that you're providing to this show. And I don't personally think you're a jerk-off.
I appreciate that, Sam. I know Troy had a traumatic week and a half. But
Yeah, he was looking for a toilet.
I had a great week and a half. I was free of
hurt people, Sam.
Thank you, Andy. That's 100% right. Hurt people do hurt people, Troy.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You know what my favorite part of that whole thing was?
What?
The reason he got through was because he was like, I want to say that Sam's wrong, and Troy was like, yeah.
I'm putting up the calls that are coming in.
I'm loving this.
You think every call that's like, oh, Sam's, I'm going to say, oh no, we're not going to talk about it.
Why is everyone from Ontario?
They're all there. I'm telling you.
All spelled wrong.
No, they're not. They're from Ontario.
Why are you guys worried about the spelling? Just move on. I'm trying to fucking get the
All right.
You guys are.
Do you think there's any way they have different area codes?
I would be shocked if 100% of our listeners are from Ontario.
All right, let's find out. Derek in Ontario?
I'm actually from Ontario.
Okay.
All right.
I'm a paramedic, and it's you can actually get knocked down by carbon monoxide in like an industrial setting if there's enough of it. It can take you out just like that. But in this case, with a prolonged exposure, it starts to bind to your blood. You start to get dizzy, start to feel lightheaded. He's old. They could have had a poisoning over a few days.
See?
And then he fell down, and then your theory about her running to the bathroom and stuff, and then she falls down, and then she can't get up because she's got the carbon monoxide poisoning. It's possible it's carbon monoxide for sure.
Thank you, Derek.
Sam?
What he just said, that your scenario works in an industrial setting. They were in a house in Santa Fe with a mudroom. That's the least industrial thing I've ever heard in my life.
Industrious to me.
What are you talking about? It's the lap of luxury. And then we'll go to Mark in Ontario.
Hey, how you doing, Sam?
Good. I think they are all from Ontario. Wow. That's an Ontario accent. Cool.
Seen you up in Kirkland Lake concert at a pub.
Yeah.
Really loud and really good. And you played it perfectly because you're so loud you can't hear you can't talk to the person next to you. You can't hear them, and the whole purpose, of course,
I might cut our losses. Justin, if you want to call in, it's 866-969-1969.
I want to see where he was going with that.
Yeah, no, I decided to pull the shoot on that one. Justin in Ontario, who wants to talk about the passe maker. What's up, Justin?
What's up, Sam? Love the show. But yeah, I was calling in with his pacemaker, potential heart issues that he's had.
Oh, my bad.
But the carbon monoxide poisoning can kind of mimic some of those heart issues, with the dizziness, lightheadedness, and all that stuff. So, I mean, it's possible that he's, walking around and his wife's going to get his medication because they think it's a heart problem, and then they just pass out from the carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah. Let's go to Kramer. By the way, Travis goes, yeah, see, as if one time he was like, carbon monoxide can mimic the effects of the pacemaker. Travis like, that's what I was saying.
I'm pretty sure I said basically that.
I was talking about the passe maker a moment ago. Troy spelled P-A-S-E.
Well, the maker is very passe.
You're like being an extra dick today for some reason.
Not me. Not me.
First it was Pepe Le Pew, then it's my spelling.
It's all things that you're saying.
I don't understand. I'm just trying to give you your credit. Kramer, because it's my name on the show, and there are people who got these egos that go no, it's all me, it's all me. I want to make sure everybody knows. No, that's my guy Troy over there. What's up, Kramer?
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, man, I'm a 20-year hazmat guy.
All right.
Brag?
Shout out to you, Kramer. You done?
Thanks for the call.
All right.
No, he's got something.
Kramer, appreciate
Kramer.
Appreciate you, Kramer.
I think Kramer's huffing some carbon monoxide himself.
That's how it works, right? You huff it. 8-6. It's gonna hit him like a mallet.
One for me.
By the way, everybody calling up to defend you guys is maybe correct, but also can't really handle a conversation on the phone.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
It's crazy.
I'm standing strong with Danielle on my side on this one. 866-969-1969. Let's go to Tony in Boston. What's up, Tony?
Hey, boys. So I don't know if anybody gave any credence to this, but we're all men with wives that love us dearly. What if she found the 100-year-old man dead and then just wanted to take his medicine to go visit him in heaven? What? Anybody think of that?
I mean, look.
That's a theory. Listen,
it's certainly a theory, I mean, it's
you're married to somebody for 30.
It goes back to being romantic.
Years.
I would have, even if she was thinking about it, said, lady, give it a couple days. You got all that Gene Hackman money coming your way. Relax. But, I mean, it's a theory. I still like my theory. Maybe it's because it's exciting, with all the running around and stuff.
I mean, you're just looking for a documentary.
And possibly a Coen Brothers based on a true story type of scenario. We will get a document, and there are a lot of documentary filmmakers that are really hoping that this has a sensational ending the one that I've created. Because if it is just a little bit more typical, Act 3 of this doc is okay.
Yeah, see, this is the issue with you. You're in wrestling mode.
No, I'm not.
What is the most exciting?
That was last night. No, that was. I like an exciting finish. I like a story.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just boring.
Well, guess what? I watched The Traitors, and it hasn't been boring yet.
No, Traitors is great.
It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Are you up to date?
Of course I am.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too. It's getting good.
Lots of murder.
That's a pretty good one-word impression. I'm a fan of a one-word impression, and that's a pretty good one-word impression. I would ask Troy for a one-word impression, but he'd start going, ho ho, mon chéri. Not more Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, dude, he's canceled. A long time ago.
Come on. It's a new administration.
Forgot about that. Wheezy in Ohio.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
Hi, man.
Everybody's overlooking the sexual part of this. I think what happened was his wife promised him a threesome with the neighbor. He got excited in the mudroom and fell over while she was running into the bathroom to get his Viagra and tripped over the space heater.
That seems like the most logical explanation. Yeah.
Tripped over the
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, Wheezy. You know, I hadn't thought about that, but, you know, I don't live that lifestyle. So sometimes you do need an eye-opener to get you on track. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, he could have been a freak.
I mean, he is Gene Hackman. If anybody's deserving of that, it's him.
He's 95.
Exactly.
Was.
He takes great pleasures in just a
Thank you,
Wendy's
Weezy.
hamburger.
He really did look like he was happy with that Baconator.
Who wouldn't be?
I'm thinking about getting one today.
Come on, you just sit in the car, eat a burger from Wendy's.
There's nothing better than getting home with drive-through wrappers. Like you've eaten
throw away.
The whole meal is done. By the time you get home, all you have left is the paper bag with the garbage inside.
Because you also feel like you used your time wisely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you want to eat it when it's still fresh.
You want to eat it when it's still fresh, and you smell it.
Yeah.
You know, you smell it as you're driving. You go, let me have one fry. And yeah, this is what I say. I go like this. I go like, I'll get a drive-through burger, and then I start driving home. And I go like this. Let me have a bite. I'm joking. I'm kidding. And then I take one bite of the burger, and then I say, I'm going to eat the whole thing. And I devour it. 30 seconds.
Doesn't matter who's in front of you.
Oh, and by the way, then I pull over. If I'm at a red light, and lean and roll down my window, and I get the other guy to roll down the window. And I go, you're not going to tell anybody about this, are you?
I'm joking.
I'm joking. The ones who get that are the real ones.
Yep. Those are my friends.
Those are, yeah. And I'm not explaining it for the ones that don't. David in Atlanta.
Yeah, hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man.
Hey, I definitely think it was carbon monoxide. I know we've been talking about this, but the same thing happened to both my parents like about 4 years ago.
Oh, man.
They disappeared for like 3 days, and they're in their 70s. And then I finally got a call from the hospital, and it seemed really odd, like it was just from my dad. So basically, I drove up there. They had a hybrid. They had left, somehow restarted and ran out of gas in the garage.
Oh, my God.
And my dad was sitting in a chair above it, and it ran for 3 days or until it ran out. And my mom was like passed, like basically it was so fucking surreal, man. All the cats died. Like my dad couldn't talk for a week, and they couldn't figure it out, like because it was Podunk, Chattanooga. They don't know shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely think that's what it was, man. It's weird, like because he had the same thing, symptoms of a heart attack and all that.
Man, that is crazy, David. That is one of those like surreal moments that I'm sure you never think that something that crazy is going to happen in your life, or something that like that in an instant everything is normal and then all of a sudden this happens.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my 3-year-old playing PlayStation. I'm down here in Atlanta, right? And then I get a call from some Indian guy like in Chattanooga, and I'm like, all right, this is a fucking scam call, right? Because I get scam calls all the time. And basically my dad was in the hospital. Nobody knew, he couldn't speak.
Wow.
At this point, I think somebody killed my mom. Like, it's the wildest fucking thing because they couldn't communicate. They found my mom just walking around the hospital, and she didn't even know how she got there. It's crazy, man.
Wow. Well, thank you, David. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah,
But thank you, man.
Shit's real, man.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, yeah. Hey, have a good day.
You too, dude. Yeah. It's weird. They're lucky, though, because some people, they just get hit with carbon monoxide like a mallet. Just knocks them right on their ass instantly.
Can you have a little respect?
What, you mean like hear this like story of something like serious and terrible that happened to a person and not just instantly be a smartass and use it to insult my coworkers?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
Can I do that?
You can.
Hypothetically.
Teacher, can I go to the bathroom? I don't know. Can you?
Exactly. Can you? Ugh. May I? Like, wait, what do you want me to beg? You want me to beg?
That's when I don't come back.
Yeah, exactly. You know what the worst example of that ever was?
What?
When I was a freshman in college. I didn't realize once you get to college,
You have to ask to go to the
I didn't know.
bathroom. Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay? Because up until nobody tells you. Up until you're a senior in high school, you got to ask.
And sometimes you can only go a certain amount of times per marking period.
100%. They got a pass. They got a little thing. Because in high school, especially because we went to public high school.
Mm-hmm.
In public high school, you go to the bathroom for a break.
Yeah.
Certain type of child, you're going to maybe... Travis, you're going to drop a little acid. You know what?
Maybe.
Who knows
Yeah.
what you're going to do in there?
Pop outside.
Right, exactly.
See what's going on in the lunchroom.
You're looking at the classroom window. All of a sudden, the guy went to the bathroom and is walking around
Yeah,
outside.
That's happened.
Of course.
High school was the best.
High school rules. But then you get to college, right? and I was a freshman in college.
Oh no!
And this was like, obviously like first, second week. This is early on. And like we're in class. I raised my hand.
Oh no!
And I'm like, they're like, yeah, Sam. They probably think I'm gonna have some kind of intellectual thing to get the conversation going. I'm like, can I hit the bathroom? Like,
yeah, that's not what.
No.
said.
I go, can I go to the bathroom?
Can you please go to the
Can I go to the bathroom? And I'll never forget, the TA looks at me like it's daycare. He looks at me and he's like, if you have to go to the bathroom, just go.
Just go.
And I'm like, bro, there's college chicks in here. You couldn't be a little more gentle? Like, you just fucked me up with this whole class for the rest of the year. Probably the whole 4 years. And I'm sure I'm sitting there in Syracuse.
There goes Sam. He has to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. You don't think 4 years later, sitting in the Carrier Dome at Syracuse graduation, Billy Joel is giving the commencement speech. Somebody from that class was looking through the crowd and went, wonder if Sam has to ask to go to the bathroom.
I mean, it's a good point. Nobody tells you that you don't have to ask anymore.
I had no idea.
You just get up and go.
I was trying to be respectful.
If you want to leave and not come back, you just get up and go.
You're allowed to not. And by the way, everything changed after that. I realized you could just not go to class.
Yeah.
You could just not do stuff. My parents were like, okay, I mean, we're paying a lot of money for you to figure this out now. But I said, don't even worry about that, guys. We'll be good.
But you're paying to be there. You go to the bathroom whenever you want.
I didn't know that because I went to public school.
You show up whenever you want.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I went to like...
There were classes in college I barely showed up for.
Right. No, I went to like...
That's so funny.
Junior prison high school where you have to ask permission for everything. Yeah, I didn't know. And I was unfortunately the first one. If somebody else had gone to the bathroom and I had noticed, oh, they didn't ask, probably what happened to you guys.
Yeah, but how would you have known? They just left and came back. Would you have pulled them aside after class?
What'd you do, by the way?
Hey, real quick.
Where the fuck did you go in there? You just left, huh? You know this guy? Did you know him before or something?
Did you give him like a sign?
Yeah.
You just went to the bathroom?
Is there like a pass situation or like some kind of key that's on a large wooden thing that you're not going to lose?
I have to put in my back pocket.
Yeah, what's the deal with the bathroom situation?
Is there a folio that keeps track of how many times I go?
Yeah, are we going, what, 2-3 marking period? A what? A marking period. No, we don't do marking periods anymore.
So funny.
I mean...
But it's not the craziest thing.
No, because you could see... Well, they didn't tell me.
Sure, you've lived your entire life
asking
having
permission
to ask to go to the bathroom.
To go to the bathroom. And then you get to college and they're like, what are you, an idiot?
Yeah, you just go.
Why would you ask me that? Like, are you a child? And I'm like, kinda. I just started college.
Maybe it's like, well, now that you've turned 18 and you can serve in the military, you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, they're
anymore.
like, you can vote, dude. You're asking to go to the bathroom? Well, I didn't know. Dr. X in Mexico City.
I don't know what's most upsetting here, that Sammy had to ask permission to go to the bathroom, or that Travis was upset that he couldn't be a hall monitor in the university, dude.
He was.
I was like, what are you talking about?
He was like, when do we elect hall monitors?
Yeah. Where's the security?
Dude, this Hackman thing was murder-suicide, and they created the fucking dogs so that after day 3, the dogs would not eat the rotting flesh, man.
Okay, well,
How many
they
times
left...
Have you heard about that shit?
Dr. X, they left 2 of the dogs alive.
Yeah, but they were vegetarians?
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. Thank you, Dr. X. People want the theories. They love their theories.
I mean, that was a good theory until I read that there were 2 other dogs.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's impossible.
And that's out the window. Well, no, it could have been. No, all right, we're done. We got to move on to the next one. Ray in Georgia.
Hey, guys.
Ray in Georgia wants to comment on carbon monoxide.
Yep, monoxide.
Monoxide, yes. I'm a truck driver, and in 2008, it caused me to have a crash. I ran the same route every night, and that particular night, I just got really sleepy, and couldn't figure out why. And then finally, I ran off the road and crashed into a sign. But I didn't remember like the last 30 miles I had driven.
That's nuts. But you
I had to go to the hospital. They drew blood. It was carbon monoxide in my blood. It was a faulty exhaust system in the truck.
Wow. I mean, thank God that you, number 1, survived the carbon monoxide, but also number 2, survived the accident. Like that.
Oh yeah, I still got the scar across my face from where the glass went in my face. But
wow.
Yeah.
That's scary, man.
Yeah, I was close to death, and that's what woke me up, was crashing into that sign.
That's scary, dude. Thank you, Ray. I would have thought it's weird too that he forgot the whole 30 miles, because you would have thought carbon monoxide would just like hit him like an
Doing
instant.
it again.
You know? Oh, sorry.
You're being shitty again.
Sorry. Tom in Pennsylvania. What's up, Tom?
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
Hey, man.
All right. So, you guys got to chill out on Troy because here's the thing. I'm a big Troy supporter,
Nice.
and
Me too.
Montone, obviously.
Yep.
Travis, not so much.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
my
Yeah,
favorite thing about Troy's area. Shut the fuck up, Travis. All right, so
Okay, that's bully energy. He's really got some anger towards you, Travis, and I get it. But
I get that anger too.
That's not like we're all having fun, busting balls. That's like
I hate your guts.
Yeah, I hate that
Tom,
guy.
I thought we were cool.
No, he wants bad. He wants bad to happen to you, dude.
yes, I do. Anyway, so back to
Good.
yeah, you're fine, Travis. It's fine. And Monday Night Nitro, whatever happened. Yeah, it's. I understand why you're such a pussy, but anyway,
pussy.
So one of my favorite things about Troy's area is that when we would go snowboarding up in Allentown, Jack Frost, Big Boulder, we call them mountain sluts because they're these dumb girls that we just go up. And I lost my virginity to a girl in Allentown. So thank you, Troy, and your
What do you think of me?
ladies that like to fuck guys from Southeast PA. So that's pretty cool. So
I think he just called this guy.
that's big on
I think he
Troy
did
to
too.
people.
I think I honestly, this has nothing to do with Troy. Like you got laid in Pennsylvania and you wanted to tell people. Like this.
Okay, you fuck somebody from Allentown?
No, it's, the nice mountain
You did?
The nice
Yeah.
mountain
Shout
folk. And- No, it's beautiful, and Montone knows that the what is it called, demarcation line is Atlantic City north is for the Italians, south is for the
I'm
Irish and
glad
Germans.
Tom doesn't like me.
Yeah, Tom.
Love you, Travis. All right, peace, guys.
All right,
Have a
talk
good
to you
one.
later. He was happy with himself. Good for Tom. Good for Tom. He deserves that. He deserves that. I hope he's having a great morning.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. I was noticing too, that all the good people are coming out. I was happy because like sometimes people are doing good and they're doing good work and they're just like at their soul good people, but they're not public about it. Mm-hmm. And so I love that my favorite legal advocate and kind of civil rights public speaker has finally started like putting videos out on TikTok and kind of letting people know where she's at. I just think Casey Anthony has been doing so much great work.
Like, where are you going?
Yeah, Casey Anthony has just been. I didn't know much about her until a week or so ago. I don't know what she's done
At all?
No. I know her as a legal.
Okay.
As a legal advocate. If you search on Twitter, if you search on Twitter, they very quickly have the full 3.5 minute video where she's kind of telling you what she's up to. And that's kind of the beginning, middle, and end of what I know about Casey Anthony, but she seems
interesting.
I'll say this. She seems awesome.
I feel like you should probably do a little more research.
Why?
Just people's pasts kind of, matter.
She was unfairly typecast.
What was she typecast as?
Woman who killed her infant.
Casey Anthony, the legal expert.
She was cleared of all that, though. You don't have to worry about it.
I saw a whole documentary on Peacock that everybody thought was great. That they said, it's bad when you put out a documentary that you are participating in to finally clear your name. And people watch the documentary and go, oh, she definitely did it. Things are not looking good. But, yes, of course, Casey Anthony, who we all witnessed the trial. They called her the white female OJ when she was found not guilty. Her daughter, Kaylee. Rest in peace to Kaylee. Casey, I guess, has become a legal advocate and a civil rights advocate, and now she's coming out as if anybody needs this. Like, if you truly are sorry for anything, even if you're not guilty, whatever, you have to understand how people view you. If you are Casey Anthony and you really want to advocate on behalf of the LGBTQI plus community, community,
and women,
and women. Wouldn't you consider the fact that maybe the best thing you can do for them is shut the fuck up? That there is no good that's going to come of this, that this is not going to result in good PR for yourself or anyone that you're talking about?
You never know.
Well, let's hear what she had to say.
People forgive and forget.
Not a lot with the baby murdering.
Baby murder's tough.
Especially when you're found not guilty, but everybody is convinced that you are.
Baby murder is tough.
Right. Because it's not even like, well, I served my debt to society. And it's like, you actually served zero.
Yeah, nothing.
No, and then you made a Peacock doc.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
Can you hit pause?
I mean, you could have just edited that part out.
What do you think people are going to think about when you're complaining about sweating to death?
And
probably the death.
I mean,
of her child.
Wait.
Want to sweat to death.
Cut there and start after.
And why are you deciding to shoot the video in your car with the AC off in Florida?
You could have left the car on,
or go to a place where you have nice
but
air
then you got
conditioning.
that sound.
She explained the sound. Oh, yeah. She explained why she was shooting from the car. I think it was security reasons.
I get that. Yeah.
If she shot from the inside of her house, people would be able to put the pieces together.
How would you put that together?
I don't know. Internet sleuths.
Yeah. Figure out where she lives.
You can't just put a blank wall behind you with the air conditioning on?
I mean, you could probably just go to a fucking Chili's and do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like anybody's like, oh, this isn't your office. This is a Chili's.
Plus, then you're at a Chili's.
Yeah, you get lunch after.
Yeah.
All you can drink Dr. Pepper, boneless buffalo wings, fries, and corn on the cob.
They're like, are you here for business or pleasure? And she's like, both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Hey, 5 o'clock somewhere. Bring me a spicy Rita.
I got no responsibilities.
Last time I was at Chili's and Hot Dog ordered his spicy Rita at 11 a.m. The waiter, the way I made a comment about it being like, you're probably not used to serving these this early. This guy, huh? And the waiter, I mean, it was my favorite thing that could have happened at a Chili's. The waiter literally said, hey, 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Oh.
I was like, you said the thing. All right, so Casey Anthony worried about sweating to death, which, I would be worried about that too. It sounds terrible.
Or how about crack your window?
Or
Let
just
a fresh breeze in.
Yeah, but then you got the outside noise.
Oh my God!
She's a professional.
You don't want the birds chirping.
Yeah.
You don't want the birds chirping.
This is serious shit. You don't want birds chirping in the background.
I would have cut where she said sweat to death.
Yeah, I wouldn't have started with that at all.
And it's real easy. You just go on your iPhone, you just slide the thing.
Yeah.
You just slide the little yellow thing.
Yeah.
She did not.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
Yeah.
Today is Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011.
Could you pause for a second?
And
everyone's a researcher.
You could see though where I was confused because I saw this video. I was like, okay, she's introduced herself for who she is. I know the name. I guess she's famous for being a legal advocate.
Yeah. I'm a legal advocate.
This is who I am.
I'm a researcher.
That's all that you might know me from. I'm going to go ahead and list everything you might know me from. Researching?
Like Troy McClure.
Hi, I'm Casey Anthony. You may remember me from such things as being a legal advocate, researching.
Baby murder trial.
No. Cut.
My mistake.
We better start over.
All right.
in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Casey Anthony. My parents were George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done.
Could you pause for a second?
What are they saying?
That's an instant subscribe. Because that's telling me that at some point you're going to tell me what are your parents blaming you?
Doesn't she blame her dad?
I think she blames her dad.
Right.
Which...
And then said that he molested her.
I'm telling you, dude, me and my dad have a great relationship. If I said the stuff about my dad that she said about her dad, my dad'd be furious.
Of course he would. He's a man.
Furious.
Yeah.
And he'd probably put out some TikToks, you know?
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah, let me tell you something about my... You would?
Absolutely.
You take his side over mine?
Probably.
If he's listening, he should just put out TikToks about you anyway.
Well, honestly, if he had
the best defense is a good offense.
You're right. Get in front of it.
Yeah.
His TikTok would be great, though, because he'd be complaining about the Yankees.
I'm fine with that.
Trump.
Okay.
Jamal Bowden.
He's out, though.
Oh, still, like, remember how much that guy sucked? And then also, I never even realized he had a problem with this guy, but one time I found my dad's burner Twitter account because it liked one of my tweets. Yeah. I found his burner account, and I realized that he had only ever tweeted one thing in his entire life when he was trying to figure out the app, and it was to at CNN and to tell them that Wolf Blitzer was a blowhard.
I get that. That makes sense.
All right, so that he could do TikToks about like Wolf Blitzer's television.
Isn't it great though that he can hate Trump and,
Yeah.
and clearly, you know, be a more left leaning guy, but also be like,
I really appreciate that about
yeah,
him.
the Wolf Blitzer is a total blowhard.
He's bipartisan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
He's not married to a side.
No. He's married to logic. Is what it is.
They have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself. I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity. Moving forward, the majority of what you will see will be me speaking in a professional capacity. My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can turn to.
Oh.
So with that, please join me on Substack.
Oh.
If you have questions,
I'll subscribe.
Set up an email.
Aren't those usually paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put the money down. I want to hear, like, how do you get the help that you need? I wonder who else would need help.
Probably your daughter.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that.
Okay.
She'd be more efficient on OnlyFans.
You know what? She'd probably clean up. People would probably find an easier time forgiving her on OnlyFans than on Substack, I think.
She still looks good. Well, why
Okay.
not?
All right. Let's...
Am I lying?
I'm asking you to dial it back. I'm not correcting you. Just, you know. So I'm clear. Okay.
Email address where we...
No, go ahead.
Okay.
If you have questions, I will set up an email address where we can correspond directly. Up until this point, that has never happened. And it's only going to be on a limited basis regarding legal issues, legal matters.
I wonder why she's making that caveat. I wonder why she's saying I'll set up an email only about legal issues, limited responses.
Don't ask about anything else.
I don't know what you would want to ask about. I'm not going to put it out there, but it's just legal issues and legal issues pertaining to you. Nothing about any sort of interesting court cases where people were found not guilty, by the way. Please, nothing about anything that was on Peacock. Nothing about any of that stuff. We won't bring up Zany the Nanny. Not that I know what that is. We'll just, for advocate, if you need an advocate, let me be your advocate.
Let me help you.
Let me help you. I'm good at it.
One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included.
Nice.
So,
turn signal
as a proponent for that,
She does.
I hear that.
Appear, and that does poke a hole in the theory that she's not turning on the AC because of the sound. I would argue that the AC sound is better than a turn signal sound.
Either that or she's got a clock.
Oh, could
just
be
like
clock.
ticking.
Yeah.
I think it might be. Maybe she pulled over to park and forgot that the turn signal was left on. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, what the hell?
Oh, she got a lot on her mind.
You can hear it?
Can you?
Yes.
The clicking. You know what I think that might be? The telltale heart. Yeah.
and when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included. So, as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community,
There it is.
women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me.
I can't stop hearing it. Yeah, that's her conscience on TikTok.
Community, women's rights. I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
Oh.
With that,
What happened in 2008?
these aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short. But I am...
I will not be brief.
I'm going to go ahead. I've got some lengthy videos I'd like to put out there.
Get comfy. I got a lot to say.
Yeah. That's weird. I would have thought they'd be editing. So you're not editing the turn signal video. I've got a lot of thoughts, and I'm going to put them all in this video. Sit down.
There's no redo.
Not going to be. Yeah. I'm gonna do this once, and it ain't gonna be short. It's like, it can be. Like, it's fine. You're shooting vertical on your phone. Like, you could just chop it up a little bit.
Easy. Throw it in CapCut.
I mean, it's right on your phone.
Take the bullet. I like when it's like they cut out the spaces and it's just
boom. And it's like you don't even need to know how to export the video. You just you do it right on your phone.
These aren't going to be perfect. They're not going to be edited. Most of the time, they're not going to be short.
Okay.
But I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car. And
privacy in a car. You're not going to find me in
I will
Chili's.
explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy. It's not just important to public figures, it's even more important to private individuals. And with the current climate in our country, especially...
Ms. Anthony, I have a question. When you refer to yourself as a public figure, how did you become a public figure?
No.
I mean, I was just wondering, are you...
Delete that email.
Oh, okay. Because you said you're not going to edit.
Responding on a limited basis.
Oh, I forgot about the limited basis. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to respond to limited emails. The time length on these videos, however... Not limited. Unlimited.
To private individuals. And with the current climate in our country especially, it's that much more important, which is why I am utilizing the Substack platform.
Nice.
Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other Meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from
Meta
that.
platforms?
Yeah. And
TikTok's not a Meta platform.
No.
It's the Chinese.
No, it's not.
No, it was almost banned.
And I think the turn signal picked up speed.
I think you might be
How
right.
the hell did that happen?
It is. It's the heartbeat of that body. It's not, there's no way.
Maybe it's a metronome.
You think it's a metronome?
Oh, you think she's got a metronome in her
Maybe
car?
it's a drummer.
Yeah, because she knows she's not going to edit.
Gotta keep time.
Yeah.
She's not going to edit. She's not going to keep it quick, but she
wants to keep a good rhythm.
There's a rhythm.
Well, it could be a branding thing, like 60 minutes.
Tick, 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 tick. That's right. That's right. This is, who would have thought? I think Casey Anthony's going to become our generation's Andy Rooney.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Just getting in her car. You ever notice?
advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other Meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that.
Listen.
And yes, I am
Oh, yeah, it's going quick.
advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other Meta platforms.
Maybe it's a
but
lie detector.
My intention is to separate from that.
Could you pause?
And
do you think that she thinks that, like, when people talk about Meta, it just is all social media?
Or men.
Possible. Possible. Meta males?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That was Travis making fun of you. You know that?
You remember when you said that?
Remember you said meta instead of beta? And Travis, I had forgotten about that. And Travis, like, we're making fun of Casey Anthony.
Yeah, we're having fun with Casey
It's
Anthony.
part of the lore.
We literally...
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, of course.
You thought it was funny?
Everybody likes a good callback.
We were all on the same page finally, right?
I thought we were cool, Danielle. What are you doing?
It was funny.
It was.
You guys aren't cool.
I'm going to be on Danielle's
You
side.
insult
on that.
women every day.
Wow. I can think of a couple recent examples.
Pepe Le Pew. Stop.
That was the first one from today. That was from today.
That
That's
had
top
nothing
of
to do
mind.
with women.
And remember...
Hitting a baseball. Remember that?
And then you tried to prove your point by saying you're not misogynistic. Danielle, can you hit a baseball? And it made her feel worse.
Did that make you feel worse?
Kind of.
See?
I apologize.
Okay.
fine.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
It was taken out of context.
Good. Would you consider, Troy?
Yeah.
Do you think it would help with your performance on the show if we put a metronome on your desk?
Every time you go to my mic, it's just clicking.
Tick, 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 tick.
And you speed it up on me, and I'm like, oh!
Yeah. Maybe when you get fired up, the metronome starts to speed up, like Casey Anthony's.
why I am utilizing the Substack platform. Yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other Meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
So she put out a 3.5 minute video
about nothing
to say, "Follow me on Substack."
Yeah, that was a lot of nothing.
Yeah,
I kind of want to follow her on Substack. I do want to see where this journey is going.
I'm sure it'll be posted on X.
I'll probably wait until they just repost it on X. Yeah. And it really is interesting that, politics aside, everybody is coming together on this.
There are things that people can agree on.
Yeah, that we can take any
like, nah, you're always going to be a piece of shit.
We know what you did.
Yeah, we know what you did. Doesn't matter who's in the White House.
Yeah,
you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, that goes beyond any sort of identity politics.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just keep a low profile for the rest of your life?
Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I would do.
You know what I mean? Just hang out in Tampa or wherever the hell she is.
Right. And by the way, they'd forgive her in Tampa.
Of course they would.
If she was local, they'd forgive her in Tampa.
They forgave Hulk.
You're saying Hulk is Casey Anthony level bad?
I mean,
well,
Casey Anthony would get booed too, so. Oh, yeah. So, if anybody needs anybody to advocate on your behalf, if there's
only if you are a woman or LGBT
QIA+.
Go to Casey Anthony Substack.
That's right.
Casey Anthony.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because of all the imposters?
Yeah.
And also, does she not? Remember how funny we all thought it was when OJ decided to start his Twitter account and then announced that he would not be discussing the LA thing? I'm not going to talk about the LA thing, but other than that,
sure.
She's the only person that saw what OJ did and said, that's a winning strategy. I'm going to copy that word for word, bar for bar.
We're just talking about football.
Yeah, we're here to do football stuff, not discuss the LA thing.
He's having a lot of fun.
And I'm having a good time.
Eating sushi, playing golf.
Hiding replies. OJ, we can just pull the curtain back and look at all the replies. No. 2 questions. Number 1, what do you think the Bills' chances are? Number 2, did you ever find the real killer? Okay, I'll do the first one. The Bills are looking good.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have.
That's all the time for this one. Yeah, I feel like history is repeating itself here. 2 things. Number 1, my boss has kind of been harassing me in the workplace. I don't really know how to deal with that. Number 2, why did you do it?
Specifically the double murder.
Okay, I'd like to respond to this email. The first question will be addressed, not the second. So, yeah. Substack. But, yeah, for the time being, we will be keeping an eye on the video content as it pops up on TikTok and other Meta platforms. We'll take a break. Ian Fidance is coming in today. We're going to have a fun show. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. You're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Posting a ton of video, longer form clips, and on the Not Sam YouTube channel, and lots of shorts, fun little shorts going up on the Instagram account primarily, which is Sam Roberts SXM. So make sure you're following along, and if you're looking for bigger chunks of video of the debauchery that goes on in this studio, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/NotSam. Speaking of, I don't know, things to subscribe to, anybody reading the trades yesterday? Anybody?
I love the trades.
You read the trades? I
Yeah.
thought you might read the trades.
Yeah, I'm a big trade guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, you reading the trades?
I mostly read Mini Trucker Magazine.
Okay, all right. So I don't know if they covered.
We're all different.
If they covered this, yeah. I'm just sitting around reading the trades yesterday. Look at Variety. You know Variety?
Yes, Spice of Life.
No. That's the. I'm sorry. I meant the trade, not the actual concept of
I know
Variety. Variety is generally. It's a good answer. It is the spice of life. Yeah, big announcement in Variety.
Oh.
Which is that's That's the record. You know what I mean?
That's one of them.
Now variety is where the industry goes.
Oh, Oscar viewership down 7%. I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, poor Conan. I don't know that that's fair, but
Dolly Parton's husband.
The variety. Rest in peace to Dolly Parton. No. That's not the story that I was thinking about. It was a story that broke yesterday evening. A story broke on Variety that kind of is pretty actually exciting from an industry perspective.
Okay.
I'm talking about the biz.
Okay. I mentioned the Oscars.
No. I don't think down by 7%. I mean, that's literally like getting a cost of living increase. It's just less people watching television. 7% is not even a story. No. Okay. There was a big story in Variety yesterday that has the industry aflutter.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, I'm already going to tell you, it has nothing to do with Phoebe Waller.
Okay.
So don't even...
She's great. I like her a lot.
No, she's great, but I mean, this isn't her time.
It was Diane Warren loses another best song. 16 times. That's what it is?
No. I'm not interested in second best Diane Warren.
Why you got to shit all over
because this runner-up is going to try to steal headlines from me, you know?
All right.
This eternal bridesmaid, Diane Warren, I'm not interested. No.
All right, just tell me.
I'm talking about the big announcement. They announced in Variety that the Raw Recap, I think it's just called Raw Recap, I don't know, the Raw Recap show, launched as of this morning. A partnership between WWE and Fanatics. It's a big time. I try to tell you guys.
Just me?
I try to tell that one was just you and Travis. I'll just say this.
Yeah.
I'll remember that.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I'm looking at all of you. I'll remember that Travis was the only one that clapped.
Troy's eating chips.
Well, sorry.
I hope his appetite. I hope his.
No, it's too late now.
It's too late. I honestly, I hope your appetite's been satiated. I really do. Yes, they announced exciting news that I'm going to be hosting a WWE podcast that comes out every Tuesday right after Monday Night Raw. So if you're into wrestling after today's show, you can listen to that. It's been a massive week, okay? I get this big announcement in the trades, and the industry goes crazy for it. Troy, I'm sure you saw this in the trades.
Of course I did.
And you were probably like, oh my God, the industry's talking.
Of course.
Right. I don't even know if we really, I think we touched on this yesterday. But on Saturday night, I'm in this press conference, and The Rock is just The Rock. I'm talking Danielle, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the final boss, just decides it's time to drop shout-outs on Sam Roberts like they're going out of style.
Is that what he decided to do?
He's the final boss. He makes the decisions.
He's the man.
Dropping Sam. And then, not once, but I think at least twice, decides to announce to the world, by the way, I listen to your podcast. And I mean, did you even know The Rock listened to podcasts at all?
No, I didn't know.
I never
he was
heard
too
that
busy
before.
for that.
Did you know how much money somebody would have to pay The Rock to endorse a podcast like that? I mean, that's a multi-million-dollar deal for him. Except in my case,
how'd you afford that?
No, he just listens. I didn't know.
A fan.
I didn't know. You should have seen me when The Rock is sitting there, feet away from me, going. And I was listening to your podcast. I heard you say this, like, I'm almost carbon monoxided out of the chair. Like, my jaw was on the ground, my eyes were wide. I was like, I don't know how to function right now.
Were you just floating above your body?
It was a total out of body experience. It was one of those experiences. And honestly, the same thing with the Variety thing yesterday, but definitely with this Rock thing, where the only way that I could kind of stay on the planet is to just go, it's all a simulation. Like, it doesn't make any, none of this makes any sense otherwise.
Do you almost need to just ignore it in the moment?
Yes, 100%. Just be like,
which kind of sucks because you can't enjoy.
Well, I don't know how to enjoy it. Like, it's too...
You have to process it later.
Yeah, it's out of the...
Literally one of the most famous people in the world saying, I listen to your podcast.
That's what I'm saying. It's out of the realm of possibility.
Which he didn't have to do.
Not only did he not have to do it, he wasn't expected to do. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that was, if I was coming from the heart, that would have been my real response. You know, I listen to your podcast. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you don't.
Huh? And he goes, yeah, you said this. And I go, well, what? I did say that. What are you talking about?
Was there a Rock effect?
Yes.
So like you see
1,000%.
It's like,
bro, I was looking at the YouTube page for the wrestling podcast, and before I had posted a new podcast, I was watching subscribers go up. Damn. The effect this guy has, it's not like anything I've ever seen. It's nuts. I wasn't even on screen for this interaction. And with everything that I've done with WWE, with every pre-show that I've done, with every podcast, with every after show, with everything that I've done it all. I've never had more people reaching out on text, Twitter, everywhere than Saturday night.
Isn't it funny? You just got the cosign, and all of a sudden it's like...
I mean, that's a cosign.
That's a cosign.
It's the craziest cosign I've ever seen in my life. Do you see it, Danielle?
What's a cosign?
It's when somebody's like, yeah, like I'll co-sign on this. Like what he's doing, I'm down with that.
Oh, not like the one in math.
No, not like a not like a cosign. No, not like
tangent.
Yeah, we're not measuring tangents here, but it's cool that you're smart too.
I'm not.
Now you better hope you don't get on his bad side. And for him to at a press conference be like, before I start, I just want to say I am no longer listening to the following podcast.
That'd be a bummer.
I'd like to state for the record. Yeah, no. And I
unsubscribed from Not Sam Wrestling. You don't want him to say that.
And I highly recommend everybody do the same.
That would fuck me up something fierce. Yeah, that would be tough. That would be a blow. That would be a major blow. Because I saw, hey, this guy's got an effect. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
I have to assume he's going to listen to the Raw recap.
There were people, when I announced the Raw recap, there were people on Twitter that instantly responded, oh, good, another podcast for the Final Boss to listen to. I said,
Why
yeah.
not?
I mean, look, all evidence would point in that direction, yes.
If he likes what you're doing,
yeah,
he's going to like this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy. I got up there and I was like, you're supposed to ask one question. So, of course, me being me, the first thing I did was, I'm going to ask two. And
piece of shit.
I said that. I go, I got to ask two questions, Rock. And then did you catch when I invited him to the basement?
Yeah, of course I did.
Did you like that?
Yes.
Because I'm sitting there, right? And so Rock is talking in this press conference, and he's addressing me by name, saying Sam over and over again, talking about my podcast, doing all this stuff. And I go, holy shit, this is the craziest thing ever. And as he's answering my first question, knowing I'm grabbing that second question, like it's happening, I'm going, oh my God, like I have to be, like to what you were saying about kind of it being an out-of-body experience, like not processing it in the moment. Because I'm going, I got to invite him to the basement. Like if he's going to mention the podcast, I got to invite him to the basement. And is this the moment they did it?
No.
Oh,
This is the first moment.
Okay, go ahead. This is what I'm dealing with to start. Are we to take the Final Boss as a baby face, as a heel?
It's a good question.
At this point, who is the Final Boss? Boom, right down the barrel.
I feel like Sam, in a way, perhaps, and I'm not knocking you at all. I listen to your podcast, and I feel like there is...
What? What are you talking about, dude? What are you saying? What do you mean?
You listen to...
Why?
Why would you do that?
I wanted to grab the mic and just shout, why? Why? What? And so then when I don't even know if it's in this clip, so don't even worry about it too much, but when because I get uncomfortable talking about myself as it is, but when I said, when I'm listening to it, so my first, in my head, I don't know what his answer to the question was, because I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm so like out,
Can't
like,
believe it, yeah.
no, I'm over here. I'm somewhere lost in a field. But then I start thinking like, okay, I'm going to ask my follow-up question. So I'm thinking about how I'm going to word it because I don't want to be flustered. And then I also go, wait a minute. I got to invite him to the basement. If he mentioned the podcast, I have to invite him to the basement.
Yeah, because you may not get an opportunity to present it to him. So this is like the perfect opportunity to do it, right?
And also it's so funny.
Yes.
Like what a, like just think about like Travis and Troy listening to me doing that. They would laugh if I did that.
Of course.
I was like, I think I got to do that. Is this where I did it?
It's kind of cut off, but like,
okay.
Yeah.
It's
right at the start.
Because look at people pointed out to me his face too, because he is actually familiar with the podcast, which is wild to me.
Of course he is.
But also like
you are him.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But also to have the familiarity of just assuming he'll put two and two together when I say you should come to my basement. He knows that it's the podcast.
I hope so. I hope he knows that because your studio is very professional,
right?
So it wouldn't be crazy for him to just assume that like you do it from like
a studio.
So it is possible that you invited him to your basement, and he's like, "The fuck?
I think
why would I
think it's a sex dungeon?
Yeah, right. Why would I go to your sex dungeon?
Yeah, this is feeling very Silence of the Lambs. I think
Barbarian.
I wish. I love that movie. I think if you look at his face and you guys tell me after I say basement, there is a moment of like, what did you just say?
Sex dungeon?
And then I think he figures it out. Like I think he goes, oh yeah, that's where he does the pod. I hope. Hey, then you should come by the basement sometime. But John Cena, you have this moment, right? And I think one of the criticisms.
He like paused before he took a sip.
He's like,
I think he was like, what the fuck is he talking about?
The hell?
Maybe.
Not Sam Sex Dungeon?
But it did pop the room. Do you hear him laughing?
Yeah.
They giggled.
Did they? I didn't hear it.
Because you were so focused on him having
I was
having his Terramana. Like, what? I just complimented this guy. What did he do?
Is that a glass of Terramana?
Come on.
On the rocks?
Of course it is.
On the rocks.
Of course it is. Terramana on the rocks. It's the only way to drink it.
This is Cody's soul belt.
And there's a belt next to him that says Cody's soul with the date that his father died. That's also there. Also, if you look closely at the belt, it's stained with Cody's actual blood.
No.
Yeah. Hey, then you should come by the basement sometime. But John Cena,
Oh,
hear that
yeah,
giggle?
I
Hear the
hear it.
giggle?
I
That's
hear it.
that's a pop.
Mhm.
That's a pop because on some level they're all like laughing but on another level, I'm aware they're all haters.
And also, they're jealous that they can't be that familiar with The Rock.
I could tell the vibe, like, after I asked that question, it seemed like most of the other questions, they were also trying to, like...
Yeah, kind of what Sam was touching on earlier.
And also, if you could say my name a whole bunch of times when you answer my question. And The Rock's like... And then, you know what The Rock said? He goes like this. I'm happy to do that. What was your name? I'm like, it doesn't matter what your name is.
I mean, listen, you ask good questions.
Hey.
How many times has somebody been in here? You've asked a question, and they have said, that's a great question.
They have said that to me.
Yeah, you're a good interviewer. I'm not surprised that you had 2 great questions for The Rock.
And by the way,
I'm also not surprised that you shot your shot.
I
of course
shot
you're going to.
That's right. I turned it into like a little 6-minute Sam
How many
Roberts
people
show.
are in that room?
Probably like 30.
Okay, all 30 of them wish they had the balls to be like, hey, you should do my podcast.
But they're not him.
But they're not him.
And I tell you, that's a good read on it, because I was put in a position to have more confidence than I should have. And you know
Because he
what?
said that.
No. Walking in, I was feeling good over the weekend.
Why is that?
Because I said I would do something, and Travis specifically said if I was successful, then I would definitely be him. Remember last week, you weren't here, Troy, but we were talking about Pete Weber, the sports legend.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I want a clip of me celebrating the anniversary of Pete Weber. Of course, Pete Weber is the bowler who said, well, this was a clip of us talking about it. We can play the clip because the audio's in there, right?
Sure.
Yeah. 13 years ago today, Pete Weber delivered to us the greatest phrase that has ever been uttered in all of sport. And I'm going to tell you something about me. Every morning, I wake up and I utter these words into the mirror.
Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah. Okay, so there it is. Who do you think you are? I love that guy. And I told you I was going to collab with him.
You did.
And you said if he accepts it, then you are him. Instant accept. Instant accept.
There's a little, it's kind of a little, I don't want to say the word pathetic, but like.
No, not pathetic. Instant accept and as if that wasn't enough.
He's got his notifications on.
Hey, notifications are important. You got to know what's going on.
I guess.
I don't have mine on, but it's because my phone keeps going off, But you got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Not only, wait till you hear this, Danielle. Not only.
Get impressed, Danielle.
Yeah. All the college kids love Pete Weber. Not only, bowling they're saying it's the fastest rising American sport right now because the kids.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Not only did we get the collab, he slid in.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
He slid into the DMs. Yes.
Wow.
They're open?
For Pete Weber, they are.
Nice.
Because I followed him already.
He is the man.
He's the man. He slid into the DMs. We're very good friends now. I mean...
He liked what you were doing?
On that day? On the anniversary?
No, because I posted the day after the anniversary. So it probably happened on like Friday.
Wow.
Friday. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. You're probably wondering, Danielle, what's Sam doing on his day off? Creating relationships with Pete Weber. I mean...
That's amazing.
Massive, right?
That's insane.
Who do you think you are? I am.
You're him?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Man, what a weekend.
Woo!
I mean, crazy, right? Pete Weber, besties.
You're on fire, bro.
Thanks, dude. Thanks. Because a lot of people are probably like, I want to be friends with Pete Weber, too. I go, it's not that easy.
No.
It's really not that easy.
Pete Weber, The Rock listens to your podcast, and then you launch a new podcast.
Brand new WWE podcast.
And it's lighting the trays
Troy
on
gives
fire.
you no love.
What do you mean I give you no love?
No, because you were eating instead of clapping. I forgot, and Travis just reminded me.
My hands were... You know I'd clap for you, bro.
You say.
Yeah.
You say. I didn't hear
Next
it.
time I'll clap.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, I didn't hear it. You're stuffing your face with potato chips.
Nope. I heard munching. I didn't hear clapping.
They were Cheetos.
You were literally Cheeto dust on your fingers, guy. Yeah. Greg in Connecticut.
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great.
I was just going to say, congratulations, Sam, on everything. However, if The Rock either comes to your house or you go to his, please take your shoes off before you go in for the interview.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I go to his house, I will accept any rules of his house. However, if he comes to my house, he'll understand. He'll go, shoes on, shoes off. I go, that's up to you. That's up to you.
Shoes off.
What if he goes to you and he goes, hey, Jabroni, The Rock says, please take your shoes off. Would you take them off?
Yeah, he's the final boss. I mean, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah, thank you, Greg. That's right. Especially if he calls me a jabroni.
What if he says, hey, let's toast to this real quick?
I've had that conversation with my wife since then. And she's like, this could turn into something. I go, yeah, I mean, if I'm being facetious, yeah, it could be just a moment, whatever. We had a good time. Could it turn into whatever? But I go, but if this were to avoid, like, it's now not out of the realm of human possibility that I get offered a shot of tequila from
It's not crazy.
It's not crazy.
No,
it was,
not at all.
By the way, on Thursday it was crazy. Now it's not as crazy.
On Thursday, you'd be like, Travis, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. I go, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Now.
Now the realm has no bounds.
That's right. That's right. We're boundless in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
So?
I mean, it's going right down as if I've been drinking tequila all my life.
Troy, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Sam and what are you looking at Troy for?
I want to know his answer.
Okay. Sam and The Rock are together.
Yeah.
Rock offers Sam a drink of tequila.
Terramana.
Terramana.
That's my favorite tequila, by the way.
It's great. I have a bottle in my house.
Smooth, huh?
Yeah. Real smooth. Goes down nice.
Sam accepts.
Yeah.
Drinks it.
Yeah.
Throws up immediately.
Do you think I'd throw up? Okay, so here's a question for you. Here's a question.
That would ruin.
Actually, I'm glad we're having this conversation. Because I've thought about this.
I mean, tequila's an acquired taste.
It's tough to get down.
Yeah.
That's my go-to if I'm going to do a shot because I can get that down easier than anything else. But
okay, so if I'm not,
it's still rough.
If I'm not a drinker, if I don't drink,
yeah,
and I just do a quick shot of tequila, will I be able to keep cool, or will it be like it's going to fuck me up?
I would say you should probably have it chilled. Yeah. That helps go down.
Now, okay, if we're talking about a glass of tequila, like he has.
Oh no!
That might not be tough because you're not expected to drink the whole thing immediately. You sip,
and maybe I could even pull off the move of sip, spit it back in the cup without anybody.
You could probably pull off.
It has to go down a little bit when you drink it. He's going to think you're a pussy if you're looking at the cup and it stays the same.
I can't have that.
You'd look like a jerk off.
I cannot have that
Get a little
around.
mini house plant that you slowly pour it.
That's smart. That's really smart, Danielle.
Like under the table.
And just keep asking The Rock, hey, what's over there?
First the cosign thing, and now this. Like, you really are a smart cookie.
You just have to do it, bro. You just have to do it.
Also, if it's a glass and it's chilled, it's on the rocks.
Yeah.
Then you've got some time to let the water
it down.
Kind of water it down a little.
And if he's like, aren't you going to have a sip? Do you think it's okay if I'm like, I will, I'm just not that thirsty right now? That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just brushed my teeth.
Yeah,
Like,
No. I just had a
The
big-
minty flavor of the toothpaste is going to ruin the experience.
I had a big bottle of water before I came. I'm not that thirsty
But
right now.
if he pulls out 2 shot glasses,
Oh, yeah.
then you're in trouble.
Wow, so that's worse.
You just got to shoot it.
I think that would be worse for you. Absolutely, you got to down a shot for not only your first time,
right?
But it's also tequila, and it's also in front of the Rock.
Just slam it hard and don't taste it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you do, you might go. Bloop.
It's yeah, but I'm sure it's smooth as hell. So it's probably like
It's
really
great.
Probably
vodka.
good.
Yeah.
Would it leave me inebriated?
No,
That'd be fine,
I don't
right?
think so.
You might have a little bit of a buzz.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
I thought I'd get you a little buzz. Remember the first episode of the rehearsal?
It's coming back.
I know.
Troy, you're in Hong Kong. I don't know. You may have
I
missed
saw.
it.
Yeah, Sam posted.
So
it.
yeah. Let's okay. So great time, fabulous, amazing. I see the trailer, the teaser trailer for season 2 of The Rehearsal. Have you seen the teaser?
I saw you reposted it.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited. I mean, look, Nathan Fielder is just in that elite category of don't miss. Like he doesn't miss. He hasn't missed yet. I loved. What was the show that he did for Showtime called? It was like the scripted drama that he did with Emma Stone.
God, it's on the tip.
I know, it's driving me crazy because I watched it. I might have to watch it again because I'm pretty much The Curse. The Curse. Obviously, Nathan For You is one of the greatest shows of all time.
Yes.
The Curse was incredible, and The Rehearsal. I've been rewatching it.
Really?
Oh yeah. And it's not that long of a season when you watch it all in one shot. Like, because the episodes, the episodes vary completely in terms of length, but all of them are under an hour, and there's only like 8 of them, I think. But man, like, I think this was the first time that I've been watching it quick. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not waiting a week between each episode, and watching it as a singular show like that, like as a singular body, it's even better. It's so good. The Rehearsal is that show where Nathan from Nathan For You basically comes and creates the most ridiculous, high budget, elaborate replicas of people's houses and of bars and of all this stuff, and he finds people who want to have interactions with other people in their life, and he takes them for several days and he has them rehearse step by step by step by step, line by line, every possible scenario. When they do it in real life, they're completely ready for it. And then, of course, it evolves into this absolutely insane show where even as you're watching it, you just are so completely unaware.
And it happens so slowly.
And you're in this different, by the time you're at the end of this show, you're in this different place. You have no idea if it's real or if it's fake or what's real and what's fake, if it's scripted, if it's not. I mean, it's the craziest. It's an acid trip of a show.
I loved it. It was so smart.
It's so smart. It's so good. It ends completely differently than it begins. And like to the point where this teaser comes out, and it's soon, dude. I mean, Nathan, the fact that he's doing all this stuff, I feel like so quickly, like he must be working all the time right now because he's doing these full shows. April 20th. Yeah. Oh my God, which is the same weekend as WrestleMania.
Oh boy.
It's going to be the time of my life.
You're going to be a busy boy that weekend.
Oh, I'm a busy boy every weekend.
I hope he does a press tour for this.
He usually doesn't.
I know.
No.
He'll do like one show.
And he's doing the one
And
show,
it's
you don't
his-
realize it's a bit for his show. He's doing Kimmel, and you don't realize that he's doing a bit for Nathan For You. Or he's
Which I
doing,
get. Like, he goes where he's comfortable.
Or he's doing, remember that LA radio show that he would always do?
Yes.
And it was always a bit? Yeah, I mean, I have no idea based on the first season of The Rehearsal how a season 2 even like works.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't leave itself open for a second.
No, there's
season.
no, like, loose ends to tie up.
But there's so many there's so many great scenes, just like moments, and all you have for the teaser, by the way, is Nathan with, of course, the iconic laptop with the tray that's on a vest, which the sales of that must have gone through the roof after this show. But it's like suspenders that leave a tray on your chest that you wear, and so you can put the laptop on the tray as you walk around.
So ridiculous.
So ridiculous. And he's just showing people in apartments having interactions. But I mean, he goes in and like the first episode, you realize what this show is because he's talking to this guy who's an icon who is obsessed with bar trivia.
Oh, that's right.
And that first episode is the greatest thing. This guy's obsessed with bar trivia and wants to have a conversation with somebody because he's lied about his educational background. And as Nathan is meeting this gentleman, who's amazing, he goes like, we're having a good time right now, right? Like, you know, and they've probably been talking for 15 minutes. He's like, we're having a good time right now, right? And the guy's like, yes. And Nathan's like, well, I want you to know that every part of this conversation has been rehearsed. And the guy's like, what do you mean? And this is real. Now, this part is absolute, like, reality show real. This is not scripted. And he goes, well, remember when 2 weeks ago when the workers came in to check for a gas leak? And the guy goes, yes. And Nathan goes, well, those weren't workers and there was no gas leak in your building. They were scanning your entire apartment and making a 3D model of it so we could rebuild it on a soundstage. And then you see that Nathan does have an exact replica full size of this dude's apartment in a soundstage, and he has been rehearsing this conversation that he's going to have with him. You realize he's got a full-scale, building-sized replica of the bar that this guy does bar trivia in, with everything the same. The stools are the same. Everything's the same. So he can go through it and have these interactions that the guy's going to have. It is brilliant. And then my favorite part of the episode is that he realizes that the guy can't have the conversation properly because he's so distracted with winning bar trivia. Like, as important as the conversation is to him, winning bar trivia is legitimately more important. And Nathan's reaction to that is, well, I got to get him the answers. If he's got the answers, he doesn't have to worry about getting it right. Because if he gets the answers wrong, he's not going to have the conversation. The whole plan's going to go to pieces. And so then he goes, okay, well, this guy's not going to cheat. He takes bar trivia too seriously. He's not going to cheat. So Nathan hires like dozens of actors, convinces the guy, like, let's go on a walk every day. Like, we'll take a break between rehearsing and go on a walk every day. And on the walk, he strategically placed actors to say things that appear as natural conversations that are the answers to the bar trivia. So they'll be going through a construction site. And as they're going, Nathan like looks at the construction worker and says, that's a tall building. And the construction worker says, you bet it is, but it's not the tallest. That's the Burj Khalifa. And then they keep walking. And then you get to the bar trivia portion where it's actually the bar trivia. And the question is, of course, what's the tallest building? It's so, because it's so like, Nathan makes you feel like it's okay that he's being completely manipulative and lying to the people that he's dealing with, like turning their lives upside down. And for what?
He's gaslighting. I
mean, he's the biggest gaslighter of all time. It's insane what he's doing. But yeah, it's, I mean, there's so many scenes from the show. So I couldn't be more excited about the rehearsal season 2. 866-969-1969. Jonathan in Connecticut.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I always use Nathan as like a baseline with like people to gauge where their humor is.
Yeah.
Like I always say, like, do you like Nathan for you? And if it's like yes, it kind of shows that they embrace the silliness.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not their humor is like bad or good, but I always like, okay, this guy's I'm gonna vibe with, like, from a comedic standpoint if they like Nathan for you.
I think that's a great call. I do that with Nathan for you,
and
I do that with I Think You Should Leave, the sketch show on Netflix. If people are like, yeah, I watched I Think You Should Leave, I don't get it, I don't think it's that funny. Mm-hmm. I go, I think we're kind of done. I think, I don't think we have a lot.
I think you should leave.
That's what I say. That's what I say.
I had a magical moment. One of my most favorable moments, I was at a bachelor party in Atlantic City, and we were like taking a break. And I see in a room, and live on cable on HBO was the rehearsal. And I was like, he's like, what's this? I was like, listen, man, you're either going to love this or you're going to hate this.
Mm-hmm.
And just watching somebody for the first time witness Nathan for You live and just being like, no, like layers of it was like honestly one of my fondest moments.
Oh, it's so great. Thank you, Jonathan. You're 100% right, because it is so cringy and uncomfortable. that people have that reaction. Like the other scene that I had totally forgotten this even happened. In the rehearsal, he meets this woman. Like what ends up being the through line of the whole series is this woman who wants to rehearse having a kid. So Nathan like moves her to a house and it has child actors and does all this stuff. But part of it is finding somebody to co-parent with her. So he gets her on dating apps and this whole thing happens and she ends up meeting this really sort of douchey, thinks he's charming guy who like thinks he's going to be her boyfriend but isn't quite sure what's going on. And at one point he's going to stay overnight and Nathan goes with him. And the tension, Travis, I don't know if you remember.
I've forgotten all about this.
Bro, the tension that exists between Nathan and this dude is so uncomfortable and so real life and so awkward. Like the guy is packing a bong, even though he's like he loves Jesus. He's a big Jesus guy, but also loves taking rips from the bong, you know? That's fine. Okay. Yeah. I thought you might. And Nathan like sees the bong in the bag and he goes, What's this? What's this? And he's like, it's a bong. And he takes it out. He starts doing bong rips. He's like, you know how to use a bong? And like Nathan doesn't take any. But on their way out, they're getting back into the car so they can drive back to where the house is. And Nathan is going, well, do you want me to drive? Do you want me to drive? And the guy's like, no, I'm fine. And he's like, no, because you had taken those hits from the bong. Do you want me to drive? And the guy's like, no, I smoke and drive all the time. And Nathan's like, you do? Don't you think I should drive? And it's just like watching this interaction that would never be on television. That is the most awkward thing. And of course, Nathan ends up driving. But it's magical. To me, I don't know. I love that stuff. I love that, like, we're just sitting in this. It's uncomfortable, and we're not leaving.
And everything you read, he's been like this his entire life. Like,
yeah, everybody that works with him is like, no, this isn't like...
Well, Seth Rogen went to high school with him, and he's like, that's Nathan.
Right.
Like, this is not an act.
Right.
That's how he's always been.
I think sometimes people realize the way they are naturally is funny to people, and they just lean in.
Lean into it.
Like, I think that, you know who Dax Flame is? He's like a big internet guy, but he's been in a couple movies. He's in, like, Project X. He's in a couple movies, but he's gotten really big on the internet.
Okay.
Because he's so awkward. Like he's just like he puts out little videos, and he's just a really awkward guy. But it's the same thing. Everybody tries to break this character from him. If you pull up his Instagram or TikTok, you'll see. I follow him on Instagram, but it's exactly the same thing. Where people try to break him, people try to figure out like what this character is, but everybody says this is just who he is, and he's leaning all the way in to exactly who he is. You know, like what? Yeah,
something like this. All right.
This is just...
Do you really sell that here? I didn't know that.
Oh, this
was that on the menu? Yeah.
All right, hang on.
That's the only reason not is because it's a visual gag.
Yeah.
Yeah, try
this one.
Sure.
This one?
Yeah, sure. Right, that one right there. Yeah, you're on.
Whew, I'm so hungry. What's for dinner? Me.
That's it. He looked at a shark. He thought that was funny, Danielle.
Because it's
it's
just
weird,
so stupid
right?
that
Yeah.
it's funny. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, and so people are like, "Oh, he's putting it on, right?" And it's no. Everybody says he's not. This is just who he is, and I respect it, man.
Yeah.
Go to the one that says "Wait, go."
I just had the funniest visual. Okay, imagine you're going through the car wash and you see this sign and this light flashes and then this one flashes. Wait, go, wait, go, wait, go. And then you're stopping. Wait, go, which one is it? And then you're like, okay, so do I go? Do I wait? What is going on? Imagine what that would look like. Wait, go, wait, go, wait, go. That's it, I'm going. Wait, go. Wait, go. Wait, go. Wait, go. That's it. I'm going. Yippee! I just had the funniest.
Okay. I mean, he's great.
I get it.
Like the cameras just keep rolling, and that's what makes it even better.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't cut out the dead spots or anything. Yeah. He does stand up sometimes too. He'll post stand up clips where he'll He'll just be, there you go. He'll be trying out jokes.
Video games are so fun, but I know I shouldn't play them too much because I have an addictive personality, and so if I play them, I'll know I'll get addicted. Smartphones keep getting more advanced. And why is everything smart these days? Smartphones, smart fridge, smart car. I wish someone would make me smart. Does anyone have a funny job?
Is everyone even there?
Yeah, right.
Does anyone have any funny dating experiences? What was your funny dating experience?
Like 5 years ago, I took a girl to Red Lobster, and then after the date, she didn't want me to take her back to her house, but she took me back to CVS because she told me she had to take a shit.
To CVS to do what?
To take a shit.
Oh, that's funny. Dating is so crazy. Thank you, everyone, and I hope
I can just watch these all day. This is to me that to me is like.
Can you scroll up?
That's about as funny.
Can
as
I scroll up?
Yeah.
Of course I can.
I thought I saw something on there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he did something with Baby No Moolah.
Baby No Moolah.
This guy?
Yeah, the guy on the right. Yeah, that's Baby No Moolah.
Cool guy.
Yeah, he's a rapper. Right. It's cool.
Should we watch it?
Yeah, I would like to see Dax Flame and Baby No Moolah.
Today I'm going to open for Baby No Money. It's a sold-out show, and there will be 1,200 people.
Baby No Money.
This is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Y'all make some crazy noise for the one and only Dax Flame.
So, I love going to the aquarium. I especially love looking at all the jellyfish there. I just always wish there was some peanut butter fish as well.
He's great. Singing to the crowd. He's great, see?
Yeah, very Andy Kaufman.
But this is another one. If I start playing Dax Flame videos, if I'm giggling at a Dax Flame video, and I show it to somebody, and they're like, that's not funny, I go, all right. I think we're done. See, I like when he did the shark joke, and Danielle, as soon as she went, like, that's the right reaction.
I just like knowing that he was probably like a nerd in school.
Yeah.
And now he's embracing that.
Right. He was probably mocked and ridiculed in high school. And now he's just like, I think I'm not going to change at all. And now he's a giant celebrity. So, shout out to Dax Flame. Let's take a break. Okay? Is he in finance here?
I just texted him.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to put my money on he's not coming.
I confirmed with him at 8:30 last night.
I don't think that it's of any fault of yours. I don't think he's coming.
First of all, he's always...
You may have gotten into like a violent interaction of some kind.
Walking into the building.
Hey! Good thing I didn't actually put money on it. Ian Finance will be here when we get back. Stay there.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts.
What kind of treats?
I brought
They're not
you,
bucket hats, are they?
I brought you all bucket hats.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Well, like father, like son. And I brought mochi donuts.
Whoa.
From Winston Bakery in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
He did this once before.
Yes.
Because he's such a nice boy.
I mean, these are amazing donuts.
They're incredible donuts.
Did you just wake up this morning and say, I'm going to show up and impress?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's just a nice guy.
Yeah. I'm going to be a good-ass guy.
It's a new year, new studio, new show.
Yeah.
I figured, why not
make an impression?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. You see, Danielle even made the eyes when you said mochi donuts.
I love, and that place has like been on my list forever.
You've been?
No, I haven't. I've
Oh,
been
but
meaning
you've wanted to go.
Yes.
It's incredible. It's amazing.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
You hit it out of the park, dude.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
How's
you,
everything
thank you.
been?
Incredible.
It seems like you've been a very, very busy boy.
I've been a busy boy.
That's great.
Little busy beaver.
And also, it appears, based on your social media, maybe I'm wrong, that you're also now officially bi-coastal.
Oh. A little bit. A little
yeah, you're
bit.
in LA a lot, huh?
I am. I enjoy it. It's nice out there.
Hanging out with the likes of Jason Ellis. I didn't know you were friends with Jason Ellis on the level like that good friends. Like he said, he was in here a couple weeks ago, and he said that like he would like stay with you.
Yeah,
if you
he
need a place to
crashes
stay
here
or
and I
whatever.
crash at his place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. We're very kindred spirits.
Yeah.
You know, sober guys. He's an
Lunatics.
incredible skateboarder. I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. So, you know, it makes sense. Both insane people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Did he teach you? You said he was going to teach you how to skate at one point, right?
He did, yeah. I ended up doing I dropped in on a quarter pipe with him and Tony Hawk.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, and that's how I tore my labrum in my shoulder.
That will happen.
Haven't been able to work out ever since. Worth it.
Yeah. I mean, it is a forever story. I feel like,
And it's a forever injury. It won't go away. I got PRP therapy and it didn't kick.
Really?
Well, takes a while.
Sure. How long has it been?
I got it done in November.
When was the injury?
Actually, the injury was in July.
Wow. So
I
it's been a
got
long
PRP in November, and that's supposed to take 9 to 10 months to fully heal.
Oh.
And I got it done in my back too, and I just my back went out the other day, which really sucked. But I can't stop getting injured.
Why are you getting? Yeah, because I mean, at some point, sometimes you walk in here with a cane.
Yeah,
so you're not that old. I mean, I don't.
Are you older than me? How old
I think
are you?
so. I'm 41.
40.
Yeah,
How old are you, Troy?
Troy is 53.
Nuh-uh.
I'm 35.
No. Well, that's certainly not right.
Let me ask you, if it's 35 or 53, we know which one it is.
47.
Oh, that's all right.
Really? How old are you, jerk off?
Yeah, how old are you, Travis?
43.
Really?
He said you.
There's some numbers going around that I don't believe for anyone.
Right.
Danielle, how old are you?
Do you have a guess?
21.
22.
There it is.
Nice.
There it is. Yeah, no, I mean, but we're not. Nobody in here is getting injured with the level.
Skateboarding?
No, just you seem like you're always injured.
I go balls to the wall, baby.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We also.
There's a wall. I got balls.
Let's put them on there.
Balls
Troy
to the
used
wall.
to go balls to the wall, but he kind of tapped out. Right? Is that fair to say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Recovery's hard, bro.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It sucks. And stretching and having to be careful when your whole life you used to just throwing yourself into stuff.
Reckless.
Right.
Yeah, reckless.
How'd you throw your back out? Like, what's wrong with what has damaged your back?
I got hit by a car in 2020 on my bicycle, and it's been a shit show ever since.
That sucks.
So the back was like so much better, and then I tore my labrum dropping in on this quarter pipe with Tony Hawk, which is a good story, but I truly don't know if it was worth it.
You kind of wish your labrum was still intact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I still go over it in my head a lot, like if I just didn't do that one thing.
But that was I mean, it's on video.
Yeah, but I already did the trick.
Skateboarding.
And
Tony
they
Hawk.
went to lunch, or no, they went to record a podcast. And I was like, all right, I'm going to leave. They're like, dude, you're having fun. You have the ramps and everything to yourself. Just enjoy it. Have fun. I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, I want to do it again so that Tony Hawk hugs me again. And so when I went to do it again, that's when I fell and tore my labrum.
You did it wrong.
Did it totally wrong.
You did it. Yeah, you know why? That's a lesson. That's a life lesson. Because it wasn't enough.
Oh,
you
yeah.
needed more.
Uh-huh.
It fucks all of us up. The minute you have it, and you're like, wait, there can be more, you say?
I dare you or anyone else to complete an activity that warrants a hug from Tony Hawk.
And not try
to replicate that immediately. It's like straight to your veins.
Yeah, I want to
So doing a skateboard trick and having the god of skateboarding be like, that was great, good job, and hug you. You're like, I'm going to get this again forever.
It's true, but it runs such a risk of ruining everything.
Yeah,
the quest for the second hug.
Have you ever skateboarded?
I mean, when I was like a kid.
I started doing it as an adult.
Sure.
Because Jason taught me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because I'm empty.
Because, well, clearly that too. And it's just such a good feeling when you land a trick or like you're trying to do something over and over, and then you do it and you figure out the way of doing it so that you succeed every time. So I wanted to keep doing. I wanted to keep skating and doing the trick so it would like be more fluid and everything. And so I pushed my luck, and it was
But I think that other thing that you said is also true. Like when people have like these unbelievable experiences.
It's never enough. No,
right. Instead of just being like, I did it. Like I had that experience. Let me lock it away. You go, I mean, it's almost human nature. You go like, how do I replicate this right now?
Well, I'm a drug addict.
And,
I'm coming up on 10 years sober because I literally couldn't get enough.
So now you're doing
Dude, me
skateboard
and my best friend went to a strip club outside of Pittsburgh on Thanksgiving like a couple years ago. Had the best time. We were the only ones there. We were like the kings of this podunk strip club called like Carla's Candy House or some bullshit. And our friend, the next day, I had a weekend at Pittsburgh Improv, so we all went to Pittsburgh. And a friend met up with us, and we were like, this was amazing. It was the best time. He goes, well, we got to do it again. Let's go to another. And we're like, dude, it's not going to be the same. He goes, yeah, well. And dude, they spent $4,900 at this strip club. And I'm literally in the like pole dance area, like reading like a newspaper that they had there, just waiting. And at 5 a.m., I went and bought us all IHOP for the saddest 5 a.m. IHOP breakfast. And the whole time they were like, we shouldn't have tried to do it again.
How did we blow it?
Dude, it was straight out of Idiocracy. The girls in the room kept being like, if you give us a little more money, then we'll really have fun. And like, oh, that's a good, here's more money, more fun. Yes. If you give us a little more money, we'll have some extra. Oh, we need extra fun. Oh, okay. And dude, they were sitting on a couch together next to each other. And there was these two girls, and like the way they told it to me, they're the biggest Tweedledum and Tweedledee idiots, like in this situation. The girl put water in her mouth and pretended to go down on the other one and spit the water out and was like, she's squirting. And my buddy had enough of it because there was water in your mouth. No, you weren't, but keep going. Like he knew the tricks.
I want you to know I know the tricks, but I'm enjoying the show.
Yeah.
I know it's not magic, but could you do more?
Oh, yeah. And then she like grinded on him and was like, "Oh, that's a nice penis." And he was like, "Yeah, well, it looks even better." He whipped it out. And she goes, "What are you, gay? Your friend's next to you." And my friend that went down goes, "He doesn't care. He's a family. He doesn't even want to be here." Like, it was just a fucking mess, dude. And I'm just sitting there, like, literally, they had like a Pittsburgh Gazette that I was reading at 4 a.m.
It's like 3 days old.
Yeah.
And you're like, how did we ruin this?
Well,
we had the best night. We ruined it.
I had a dance, and I didn't spend as much as them, but I did spend $600 sucking a woman's tit while she was telling me about her tattoos. She was like, "See, this is a lion because my son he's the one who's in charge of my family at home." And I'm like, "What the fuck am I doing?" I'm like, "Tell me more, Mom." Yes. But I got out. I had a moment of clarity. I was like, "Enough about your son. I'm leaving."
Yeah, I wonder how many great experiences have been ruined by trying to replicate them.
Oh.
I mean, every single time.
Ghostbusters 2? No, that was a great sequel.
You like Ghostbusters?
It's amazing.
2?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much.
Yeah, you said that for humor's sake, but you wanted to put on the record.
Going for a joke.
Right. And
on the record.
And you like the all-girl Ghostbusters.
Even better.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Yeah. No, that was... Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. But I love that you still have a zest for life.
I do.
You're still wanting to get out there and get it.
You got to.
You have to.
You got to.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You got to go and tear your labrum. You got to.
You have to. The labrum is there to be torn. Push
the
yourself
labrum
to
of
the
life
boundaries.
must be torn.
And also your literal labrum.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you handle that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I threw that first pitch out at the Cleveland Guardians game the week prior, went to my doctor and got shot up with a bunch of cortisone shots so I could make the pitch. Like I was a fucking athlete.
It's not a real pitch. It's a
ceremonial.
ceremonial.
To me it was. It's still real to me, damn it. Yeah.
So where did you get the PRP done?
Down in Florida. My lifelong best friend is my doctor, and his brother is my defense attorney. Shout out Jimmy Bonner. If you are ever in trouble in the Chester County, Philly, New Jersey, Delaware area,
which, by the way,
is the one to call.
A lot of people get in trouble in that area.
Well, he did pro bono work for me, and I said I'd shout him out and plug him if I get the chance. It's part of our deal. So he got me down from a class 4 felony weapons charge to a criminal mischief misdemeanor.
Is that the one I know about?
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Is that that's the yeah good good for him. Good guy.
Great guy.
Good guy.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to say what that story is.
I'm done.
You say have you said it
You
on
can
here?
post a clip.
We have. So we did when we were doing the Sopranos podcast during the pandemic. Ian came in and he was like, "Holy shit, bro! I just missed my first show with Attell over the weekend because I got arrested because I was trying to bring my brass knuckles through security at the airport."
No, I wasn't trying. I forgot that I had them in my coat pocket.
And so he spent 25 minutes, and I think I think we have told the story on here. But he spent the 25 minutes telling that story.
Do you still have that?
I'm sure. I don't throw anything out.
Dude, that would be amazing.
Because it's the
to release
first.
it. Yeah. That was the first time I ever
I got to
talked
find
about
it because he told the whole story. And then after we were done, he was like, "Oh, shit. I'm getting text from my lawyer right now. He's saying we have a court case coming up. I shouldn't tell anybody about this."
Yeah, and since he's J-Bones, my lifelong friend's brother, my lawyer, we used to do coke on a jet ski. His text was, "Don't talk about this publicly, retard." All right.
You're like,
"Thank you, Your Honor."
Can we cut that out of the
Yeah, that's like the best part of the episode.
So we do. I have to find it. So we can post it and go,
Please.
"This was the original first
The
response."
original first.
So you getting arrested in
telling,
Newark
yeah.
for
Mhm.
accidentally bringing brass knuckles through. But have you felt like the subways have gotten safer? Some people say that they have. They say that this congestion pricing is just...
Well, they're going to get rid of congestion pricing now, right?
Because of King Trump. Are you a pro? Are you a pro congestion pricing guy?
Well, I was against it, and then it seemed like it made the city a lot better. And then,
how did it make the city better?
Because nobody was around during the day. But then at the same time, I'm like, what do I care? I don't have to go into the city that much. I really don't care. So fuck it either way.
Right.
I mean,
see, that's a logical. I feel like there's a whole group of people that are now going like, "No, I made the city better." It's like, how? And they're like, less traffic, I guess. And it's like they have no skin in the game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, everybody's like, "What do you mean I got to pay another $9?"
I definitely noticed it was a lot easier to get around.
Yeah.
You know,
like on your
but
bike.
Yeah, and just like walking around, I noticed there wasn't as much traffic, and but it's like I don't have any skin in the game, so I can't really have a stance one way or another.
Right.
So drive in and out of the city. I can only imagine it's better for people that have to. I mean, did it really make such a difference that people are now protesting what Trump is going to undo?
I mean, there are people that are, but also you never know. Like it's because it could be people that are protesting because Trump is the one undoing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? If Biden had been like, "I'm going to undo it," maybe then this other group of people would have protested because it was Biden undoing it. It's dumb like that. But there are people who say that the subways have gotten safer because there's more people on them.
I don't know about that.
Which doesn't make sense to me either.
I mean,
I don't take the subway though.
Just by going through like the news stories and everything, it seems like it's been worse than it's ever been. But at the same time, when I'm on there, I only really see screaming people. I haven't seen any like actual crime, so it doesn't mean it's not happening.
Right. But you do see the screamers.
Screamers.
Yeah, that's
there,
fine. It's part of the charm of the city.
Yeah.
I saw a penis this morning.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, my subway stop is just...
I thought you were going to say my penis.
I walk through the gauntlet every morning. Somebody had fireworks the other morning.
Oh, that's right. That actually happened on a train I was on a couple weeks ago. I forgot about that. Mayor Adams was doing a publicity stunt to come down to the subway to show how safe it was. And they had a whole security detail and they were about to bring him down and somebody was trying to light off fireworks and they were like, don't come. And they yanked this guy out. It was amazing. It was incredible.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, I interrupted.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, there was a homeless guy this morning when I walked up. Like, I walked through go down the stairs. It's literally a gauntlet. People smoking crack.
What stop?
Broadway Lafayette.
Oh, yeah.
It's wild. And so you get down, and this homeless guy has his pants down. He's holding his penis.
Oh, cool.
And he's like walking around, and I'm like trying to dodge the guy.
Oh, like a divining rod?
Yeah.
Trying to find where the water lines are.
And I don't want him to. I'm afraid he's gonna piss on me. So I'm trying to like dodge him. Like, whoa. And I was like, oh,
that'd be so great.
Or
if I got pissed on?
Yeah.
You'd be furious.
You'd be so mad.
You'd be mad.
Would you go home or would you come here?
I would go home.
Okay.
And change?
I think it'd be dope if you came here. Anyway.
Would you let us know you're going to be late?
Of course, I'd be like, I'd take a picture of the guy. Like, this guy with his penis out just pissed on me.
Would you? That's what you would do? You think you'd have the presence of mind to be like, well, I just got pissed on. Let me take a picture of this guy.
Well, I have
What
to.
would you say?
If I got pissed on,
He's just pissing on you.
Well, first of all, he looks like he's out of his mind,
Right.
He's on some sort of drugs.
That's hard to believe.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody like you
That
walk
early
down,
in the morning?
You walk,
Yeah, I
bro.
wouldn't
You
think
walk
so.
down the stairs. It's crazy. I mean, people are. You have to I have to step over people. They're literally smoking crack.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I'd have to be like, I have to tell the guys I'm going to be late. I have to take a picture of this guy because if I was like, hey, I just got pissed on.
Don't
Don't you think it's the city's fault for not having enough bathrooms down there?
That argument could be made.
Yeah, I don't. I did see though that Don Lemon was in the subways doing subway pranks.
What?
Yeah. He's doing subway pranks now.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't know why.
Can you pop one of them up?
Yes, of course I can.
What is the sub? What if that was Don Lemon? Troy thought was going
Just doesn't know what to do with himself
Hey,
anymore.
I'm just a prank. I'm Don Lemon.
Yeah, I'm doing subway pranks.
Yeah,
That's all.
It's a subway prank, Troy.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Don Lemon, since he's become the internet guy.
Yeah, read the room, dickhead.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
So Don Lemon has found the most hilarious photos on the internet that he can find. And one of them, remember, Danielle, you were talking about that you were displeased with the Shrek animation.
Oh yeah.
With some people,
What?
they made there was a new Shrek teaser, and a lot of the Shrek heads are apparently, Danielle was telling me, upset with what Shrek looks like now. They said it's not true to the original.
What?
He's like on Ozempic and with like a filter, like.
And that's the real Shrek that's going to come out?
Well, it's a teaser. It's not coming out until like a year and a half from
Right.
now.
Can we
the
see that
animation's
Shrek?
just different.
Shrek's supposed to be gross and fat.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I noticed almost no difference. You know, that's the new Shrek.
Wait, Danielle, what?
I said.
What
No,
do you mean he's
come
on
on.
Ozempic? What
Look
are you
at that.
talking
No,
about?
well, you
Like
can't
he
even
ju-
see his full body.
like
Oh, you're right. In the left one, he's not showing teeth. In the right one, he
Oh my
is.
Yeah. He's on Ozempic, but like just started. Like he
What are you
just.
talking?
No, they all look different. And
What
the
are the other
animation's
ones?
Different.
No way.
And you didn't grow up with it, okay?
You don't understand.
You weren't there.
You weren't there. You don't know.
You want to see the trailer
Yeah.
so you can see what she's talking
I still
about?
see a
Even
belly.
the color's different. Like.
Slightly different green.
What?
Well, hang on.
Oh.
There he is.
See, they look.
You know, and if you look at Fiona, the one on the left, like she looks really different. Like she used to have like different eyes. Whatever.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't.
He still looks fat.
Okay.
He just
I
started
didn't say that
Ozempic.
yes.
You said he was on Ozempic.
Well, yeah, she probably just started.
Oh, he's on
okay,
his
that's
first
fine.
cycle.
Yeah, that's fine.
That makes sense. Fiona looks kind of hot.
Okay.
You know who plays Fiona? Cameron Diaz.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she kind of looks like Tracy Ullman.
Yes.
Oh, you have a thing for Tracy Ullman?
I love Tracy Ullman.
Nice.
I don't think she gets enough credit
I don't actually. I think you're right. I don't think
as
she
like
does
a
either.
pioneering
Yep.
female comic. She's incredible,
Yeah,
man.
she's great.
She was amazing.
But I also don't know like if people are like, oh, you know who's hot? Like,
Tracy Ullman?
Ullman, a little sex pot.
Wasn't she? Didn't she play Latrine in Robin Hood Men in Tights?
I think she might have.
Yeah.
Yeah, latrine.
She was hot.
That movie's so good.
It's amazing.
So I bring up Shrek to say that Don Lemon found a photo. Remember when Sonic first came out? There's a lot of controversy because Sonic looked so weird, and they changed. There's latrine.
Yeah. Oh, there's my girl.
Sexy latrine. There was all this controversy around.
Latrine. Is that your original? Ah, it used to be shitter.
That movie is brilliant.
It's
Men in
amazing.
Tights.
Mel Brooks.
So when that Sonic came out, they had to change Sonic. So the people on the internet, they made a hybrid of the original Sonic and this Shrek, the two animated characters that people
Were they
don't
like
how they
fucking?
look.
Was it one of those animations?
No. It wasn't it wasn't like, fanfic.
That'd be so funny if Don Lemon was showing like Shrek fuck Fiona. It was like showing cartoon porn to people, and it's like Lois blowing Peter Griffin. Like, I'm Don Lemon. Isn't this great?
So I don't know if I'm missing context or if this is the full thing, but it appears that his idea of the prank is to find a photo like that, the mashup between Shrek and Sonic, and like just knock on the glass window of a subway car and have somebody look at the photo.
Well, let's see it.
Right. He thinks it's the funniest shit. See, it's a weird photo of Don Lemon with a filter.
That would be so...
I don't know what he's doing.
Don Lemon is such a
Dude,
turd.
that would be so amazing if some fucking homeless guy on K2 just stabbed him. That would be the best. Like Don Lemon doing his dumb prank video, and some guy just comes up and just stabs him and murders him on the subway. That would be amazing.
This really does feel like one of those scenarios where the only people left in his life are the ones that just placate and go, yeah, that's a good idea.
Him and the cameraman.
Yeah,
the only ones left in his life.
Yeah. And
whose idea was this?
I don't know. I mean, I would hope Don Lemon's, because if it was somebody else's idea and they were like, I was thinking this is what you should do, and they both collectively were like, yeah, that's a great idea. That's sad.
I mean, maybe this is a good sign. There's no more race baiting to be had. So Don Lemon's like, I don't know what to do with myself, so I might as well prank people.
I'm gonna do subway pranks.
Yeah.
I also loved the reaction. So he's knocking on the glass and he's showing people these actually fairly unremarkable photos. And the reaction is generally just somebody looking at the photo and going, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she goes, uh-huh.
Yeah. And this woman is just looking like, okay.
Dude, Troy, imagine you just got pissed on by some guy.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the train, you're like, God, I'm late to work, I got pissed on myself. And then Don Lemon's like, hey, here's Dr. Robotnik. What would you do?
What are you even doing,
Yeah,
dude?
Don Lemon just sucks.
He's also posting flyers for his birthday party.
Oh, I saw that.
What?
Can we go?
Like, I think he's
It's
going
5 p.m. tonight.
I think he's going crazy.
Nuh-uh.
I mean, do we need Lazy Eyewitness News to attend the birthday party?
So you just gonna bring me a
What is
birthday
this?
gift on my birthday to my birthday?
You are
party on
cordially
my
invited
birthday
to
with
my
a
birthday. Oh, it doesn't say where it is.
Oh, no, it's this Sunday.
Sunday at 5 p.m.
Because this
Sunday
was 3 days ago.
At
Oh, he's
5
live right now.
Oh, he's streaming his birthday at 5 p.m.
Let's see.
Has he he's lost the plot, huh?
He's lost
Did he
his
ever
relevance.
have it?
He's lost his mind. Oh, but now he's not doing subway pranks. Now he seems like
Well, he's live right now.
he's live on TikTok.
Yeah.
The people this stuff that we discussed this morning. Because of me, this is who you are. Your country is only because of me. Why aren't you
What?
He's doing his news program.
He doesn't even have a microphone.
No, it's the cell phone mic.
He doesn't even have an apartment. That looks like a hotel.
It does look like a hotel.
Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on.
Did you ever see the video of him in like 2013 when he was like, black people, you got to pull up your pants. Stop rapping.
Yeah.
Stop being rude in public.
Was he one of the the Bill Cosby guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was this past
full
Sunday.
180.
So
It happened already.
you're invited to my birthday.
It was this past Sunday.
He wants to be an internet celeb.
Birthday? Well, I'm walking my dogs. I appear to be the dog walker.
Oh my God.
I don't know what kind of life is that. Psych!
What?
I'm having a birthday party on Saturday, live streaming, and you are invited. What are you going to bring to the party? Let me know in the comments.
A gun.
Is he?
I don't think we're gonna do that.
Is he so out of touch?
Yes.
That he thinks that like
I want to ride the subway all day long, just waiting for him to show me a picture of like Garfield so I can just spit on him. I would
it be
love
great
that.
if you spit on the window?
Wouldn't that
You know what I
be
mean?
amazing?
'Cause
The
you're on the
next
other
that you
side.
invite me back on the show, you're like, so Ian, you've been on the subway recently, huh? And you show a video of me be like, fuck you.
You just see your loogie on the window. Yeah, it'd be great.
Like a pickle and Billy Madison floating down the window.
Yeah. Go. Yeah, I mean, he's not a funny guy.
No.
God.
He's nuts. And he thinks, this is what he thinks, based on that other video that we saw. He thinks that he's like, oh, I have to reference the fact, like when I see Don Lemon walking his dogs, I go, oh yeah, Don Lemon's got dogs. People, if they have dogs, they walk them. He's like, what am I, the dog walker?
And then in his mind, he goes, uh-oh, insulting, beep, beep, recalibrate. Psych, that's okay. It's a vibe of living. Like, did you see the way he backtracked immediately?
Did. Yeah, he did.
Psych,
He realized, like, that's what people do. They walk their own dogs.
God, that'd be amazing if in this video he just got pushed on the tracks. Oh. Have there been many shovings lately? I haven't been
heard
paying
about
attention
them, but
to the
I don't
news,
really
you know?
pay attention like that. I'm more looking at I like subway pranks.
Mm.
And of
Like
course,
the one Troy had this morning?
Yeah. Like, but you ruined that prank. That was about to be a great prank.
To get pissed on?
Yeah,
You ruined someone's day, Troy.
That's a great prank.
I don't think he knew what was going on, I'll be honest.
You can't volunteer a leg or a shoe to make someone have a good day?
I just want to go to work.
So was that guy. He's trying to get some views, Troy.
Ride your bike. Why don't you ride your bike?
Yeah, how come you don't ride your bike?
Because it's cold.
It's going to be nice and warm today.
It's 50 degrees when we get out of here.
Yeah.
You fucked up.
Yeah.
You got pissed on, dude.
The other day, I was getting off the subway at that stop.
Yeah, I bet you were.
And this
Part of the problem.
That's so gross. You can't do that on the subway.
this crazy guy. As soon as the doors open to get off.
Where'd you put it? Go ahead, tell the story.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Tell your sick, disgusting story.
Yeah,
Troy.
but you ejaculating on
Yeah.
the subway.
You didn't ejaculate on the subway.
Okay, that's what you said.
I was getting off the subway.
Yuck! You were jerking off a subway. Oh, you were getting the subway off. Oh, that's a train, man.
Not cool.
Oh,
I thought he meant the sandwich up. Go ahead.
I was exiting the subway.
Oh, makes sense.
All right,
Oh,
that makes
okay.
sense. That makes a lot of sense.
And this guy was holding a bottle of vodka, and he was bleeding out of his head, just blood gushing out of his head. And I'm walking off the subway, and I have to step around this guy. And he gets on the subway screaming, "Ah! Ah!" And everybody just runs out of the cars. They scatter like a cockroach, like just flying out of the cars. It's a.
I've seen
Sure, it's not Tom
more.
Green.
I've seen more bloody people than I ever have. Just like guys hanging out, fully bleeding.
Wow.
Some guy was on First Avenue and he was, "Can I have $1?" And he had blood dripping down his arm, like dripping off of his hand. And I was like, "Buddy, $1, you need a doctor." Come on.
Yeah, I guess people are just bleeding now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least they're not clogging up the hospitals. If it's fine, if it's just going to, like, dry up on its own.
Welcome back to Sunny Side Up with Sam.
Just bleed, And I think that
least
more
they're not
people
in the
should.
hospital.
I think more people should just let themselves, bleed until they're
Welcome
done.
to the Sunny Side with Sam.
Yeah, I think it's a wild ass time.
Yeah, no, I think there should be street sweepers to get rid of these people. But other than that, I think it's fine.
You still enjoy New York City?
Yeah, I watched that movie Quick Change last night. You ever see that?
I don't think so.
It's a Bill Murray directed it in 1990. It's about him, Gina Davis, and Randy Quaid robbing a bank.
Sounds familiar, actually.
And he's just a guy that like hates living in New York and decides to rob a bank and leave it. And I don't know. I kind of feel myself taking this turn.
You think you're gonna rob a bank?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
That's cool.
you want?
I'm not in.
No.
I bet you get Troy to do it.
Be a
though.
cool cover.
Would be cool.
Would
be cool.
Be fun to talk about on the radio.
I mean, give me a segment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's for sure.
Speaking of segments, you just got picked up big time with the WWE, huh?
Well, yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks, buddy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool.
The trades are talking.
Yeah. I've been reading in the trades.
Yeah, I figured.
Mhm.
You always kind of know what's going on.
Keep up with the trades.
You always know what's going on in the biz.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, that's why you're so LA now.
I am.
Right. Keeping up with the biz. Is there, how is the LA scene now that sort of, I feel like it's kind of segmented.
It's on
where
fire, man.
It is? This guy. You remember, Danielle, the wildfires.
I like it when I go out there. It's fun. I'm going back out there in 2 weeks.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, it just, I wondered, because it segmented, because like half the scene went to Austin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other half stayed.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it kind of shaped into something new.
I guess. I mean, it's nice whenever you visit somewhere because then you're always like, it's shiny and new, and I'm in town, so I'm constantly busy. I'm sure if I lived out there, it would die down a bit. But it's nice to go out there and feel important for a minute,
And of course, we keep up with being Ian. We love being Ian.
We love
We love being Ian. Fabulous podcast, great podcast, great show.
Thank you.
Although it does seem like in what I watch, it feels like the tension is building between you and Jordan.
In what way?
Well, I was just watching. I
think that's a cornerstone of the podcast.
That's true. That is true.
There's always some sort of tension that's not necessary.
That is true. I just felt like when I was watching and I left a comment on the Instagram clip, it seemed like she had a new best friend that wasn't you.
Which Wait, which one?
When whoever that dude is that she traveled with.
Her opener, Jake.
Yeah, it seemed like her and Jake were like really connected.
Yeah.
And it was almost like there was like a, I don't want to say cuckold, so I won't.
What? No, a cuckold would be if I was like, you guys get along and I like it. I don't like it.
Oh, that's
what's a reverse cuckold?
That's a great point.
When you watch your wife fuck someone and you hate it.
I wish you would stop.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it was like
don't
the
do
antithesis of a cuckold.
yeah, that's right. You're the anti-cuckold. Yeah, because you were on your own podcast and you were just watching this friendship kind of blossom. I mean, watch the chemistry exist between Jordan and Jake. See, like as you, even without the sound, the whole first half of that clip, you weren't even. You're just
that's because I farted on the couch and it moved her over to the other couch.
Yeah, but that could also be one of those scenarios of like, oh man, you farted. Let me go sit over here where I wanted to anyway.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay.
Share hotel rooms?
We haven't in years.
We hang out in them.
Yeah. Yeah. We hang out until he falls asleep and I go, you're sleeping.
And also, maybe can you pause it? Yeah. Maybe there's a context that I'm not getting, but them doing baby talk together while you're not doing the baby talk is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sucks for you.
And them, being on the road every weekend together for years.
And you're just at home. Like, what the fuck
Well,
is
I'm
that?
on the road, but I don't have someone I sleep.
Sam, why'd you have to bring this up?
Spend movie time with.
Fascinating. They do movie time together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep watching.
That's exactly the opposite. You're always sleeping, and then I'm like, are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? And you're like, no,
I'm wide awake.
I'm not sleeping.
No,
I'm
you
like,
fall
you're
asleep.
sleeping. I don't sleep once.
I'm so jealous of this.
I'm so glad you said something, Ian. Let me pause for a second. I'm so glad that you spoke up. Because I'm sitting there going like, what's Jordan's problem here? You know what I mean? Where are you? You're in the
Anything
Delaware
to make
Den.
you suffer.
She likes to make you suffer.
Yeah, do you remember that episode when I got in that car accident in July?
Yeah.
And my car rolled 3 times and I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then the next episode, she brought a guy on the podcast who was in a horrific car accident to show me that mine wasn't that bad.
Why? Why? That's not nice.
Because she's an evil person. She gets joy out of watching me suffer.
Which, look, makes for a great podcast. I'm going to put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
But also, at one point, I'm like, man, this show is great, so I'm enjoying it. But also, I know you, and I'm going, why is she doing this to Ian right now, right in front of his face? They're doing baby talk together. He's just sitting there on the couch.
Well, it's fun because afterwards we ended up hanging out till like 1 a.m. So we like bullshit around. We very much have roles on the podcast, and then afterwards we'd go and watch movies, and I hide her stuff so she can't leave. And,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Right. Yeah. Like she goes to the bathroom, she leaves her keys, I throw them out the window.
I swallow them and go, I don't know where they are.
I don't know. Maybe you should find them.
Maybe we should eat so I can go to the bathroom.
I mean, listen to this undeniable chemistry between Jordan and this other man, Jake.
Yes. Summer party the whole damn time.
I bet it's real fun.
Dude, who do you bring? Don't you have a sleep buddy?
We fall asleep, and then the second we wake up, we send a text.
I'll bring Chris Scopo on the road, and he'll bring a fucking tennis ball to throw at me when I'm snoring.
You know what?
Huh?
This is how I know you're right. Jordan is an evil person.
What?
Jake is going, well, who do you bring on the road? Because he's trying to be like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We're probably a little too close. Let's loop Ian in. Ian can tell some fun stories now and we can all do this together. And then Jordan, without letting you finish, without letting you even start, she goes like, let me go back to just talking about me and Jake.
Of course.
Because I'm enjoying Ian's suffering.
Oh, she sniffs it.
Yeah, she likes that.
Time to pounce.
And while I recognize it, I also really like that about Jordan. So
yes,
there's a lot going on here for me.
Yeah. It's almost like you're playing the Jordan role right now.
You think so? Why?
Yes.
By just bringing this up and making you relive it?
Yes.
Because let me tell you something, Ian. I like when things are going great for you. I do not like watching you suffer. That's not my thing. That's Jordan's thing.
Well, that's right. That clip with her, Robbie Hoffman, is the most joyous I've ever been on the podcast.
Well, let's go to the Robbie Hoffman.
That's when I got my joy out of her suffering.
Okay, let's finish this one.
No, go back down to the Robbie one.
Which is the Robbie Hoffman one?
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. It's been a long time since you got yours, huh?
Huh?
We're going all the way down. It's just been
Sam.
We just
What
been
are
a
you
long.
talking about?
It's just like you're
I
going,
could show you another one
you're
where
going
I got
into
mine.
last year now. Like, I mean,
I forget which episode it was.
yeah, I feel like it might not have happened.
You don't think it happened at all?
I don't think so. I think it's probably one of those like.
I never liked you. That one.
Okay.
Idiot.
This one?
That's
like he was talking to you.
Well, you can call
Not
me,
me.
an idiot, but I mean, you're gonna get carpal tunnel from scrolling that far. It's from
Yeah.
October.
What the fuck?
We haven't never crossed paths.
You don't know I do comedy?
No. I know Ian. I didn't even know you were.
Okay. I do respect an hour into the podcast. You have this. Who's this guest?
Robbie Hoffman.
Okay. Is she?
She's a comic. She's an LA comic.
I was hoping she was a comic.
Yeah.
She is letting Jordan know an hour into the podcast that
She didn't know she was a comedian.
She knew you, but she did not know Jordan was a
Had no
comic.
clue.
That brings you joy.
So much joy.
I could, and you know what? In this moment, I enjoyed that brings you joy. I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here. He tells me nothing.
You just let me come in hot like that, not knowing
Let's
that.
go.
I thought you work in mechanics. You said you work on trucks.
You love it.
You let me attack you like that, just thinking that I'm a dock worker?
That's what I thought. You said you work with all those Mexicans. They're your buddies on the tracks. Am I wrong here?
Let's see who has more followers.
You probably have more. I'm not so.
No, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
Oh, look how happy you are.
Well, people know about me.
Let's just check.
People know.
You're thrilled.
She has a lot of insecurities.
Yeah.
A lot of insecurities. I knew Ian was a comedian. I've loved you for years.
I don't believe you. There's no way.
I've loved you for years.
I've heard your name
Every
a million
time
times.
a joy
You've
to
never
watch.
heard my name anywhere? I've heard your name a
joy
million
to watch.
times.
Creek in the
She's
Cave,
lying.
he ran. No, I'm not even joking.
You've been in the same place multiple times.
But you've never said hi, and you knew me, and you know what? That's rude. If you knew me and you liked me, why not pay me a compliment?
I never liked you. I just people go, have you seen Robbie Hoffman? I know because you're dating my favorite bachelorette. That's how I know you.
Yeah,
How about that?
shout out to Gavi. I love you, baby.
Joy. Just pure joy for you.
Oh, yeah.
Pure joy.
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
But we bring each other joy. Here, go to Trav.
I don't want you bringing each other joy.
Not watch.
I want you bringing
go
each
to
other's-
put clown shoes on my wife.
Someone from this number has been calling my wife and telling her that they want to build a pillow fortress around her pussy and then have a secret password to go inside of it.
Number. Why don't you guys block that number? Because it's not me. I can guarantee that.
I don't want to block it. I want to get to the bottom of why someone said they wanted to treat my wife's pussy like an ice cream truck and order a large size Frosty. I mean, this is disgusting things that someone's saying to my wife.
I understand, but it's not me, and you need to block that number.
I know, I understand, but it did sound like a very nice, well-meaning Latina woman that said that she wanted to put clown shoes on my wife and take her to the fuck rodeo. And I just don't understand why someone would do these things.
I don't either, but I'm going to hang up, and I would suggest you block that number. Because
I know, but what I'm saying is I don't understand why the person that sounds like you would come.
What number was that?
I don't know.
Did you just make up a number?
Random. We were just typing numbers into the phone.
Pranks are fun.
I'm going to tell you something.
Try that as a prank, Don Lemon.
A good prank call is the best.
It's amazing.
What's funnier than a great prank call?
See? We make each other laugh and have fun at other people's expenses and not ours. It's the most fun.
The only example you could find of you guys having fun together and making each other laugh.
No, dickhead. It was a video after the other one. You can find a million of them. Go ahead. I'm sure everyone at home loves A, listening to me, and B, listening to my podcast, being forced to.
Listen,
give them what they want at home. More Ian.
It's a great. If I didn't think you were wonderful, I wouldn't have invited you.
Thank you, Samantha.
But I will say the idea that this is a podcast of two people who love each other, not a podcast with rancid tension running throughout, that's a lie.
Go pick any clip, and it's not
this one.
Fucking us being
Eli didn't have a thumb, and he could read our feet. So he would touch our feet and tell us what was wrong with us.
Couldn't
Yeah, he could.
read feet, but I know that he touched your feet.
Look up if the Amish read feet.
The Amish read feet.
They read feet.
You got molested.
You can touch.
You got molested by Eli, dude.
The Amish can touch your foot and read what's wrong with you.
Amish
Guarantee.
read.
How much you want to bet?
I believe
$100.
at least one Amish person says they do
Yeah,
that.
Eli can.
Eli did it.
Well, yes, the Amish wash and dry each other's feet as part of their communion ritual, and they can tell a certain part of your future, such as love lives and past lives. I'm kidding. That second part was a total lie.
You got finance, dude.
No, I got molested.
I mean, that's kind
So
of
bad about that.
It's not. I didn't say it's bad. I said it's good. I like the podcast. It was still at your expense.
Yeah, they would make fun of you.
They were making fun of you, and Jordan was like, Jordan came alive when she realized you were wrong. She loved that.
Go.
I mean, we can't just keep listening to clips, bro, because I mean, Jordan is at her happiest when you are suffering. Like that's the dynamic. That's I think. I mean,
You know who was the happiest when someone was suffering?
Who?
Basically, entire religions against Christ.
Okay.
And he suffered so that they could have joy.
So you're saying in this scenario,
a little bit like
you're a little like JC.
You want to say it that?
You and Eric Adams.
Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh my God, what was he like? He was like, "Call these Negroes." What
He
did
did.
say?
He did
Yeah.
say Negroes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he
They're
did.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, these stupid Negroes. Yeah.
Are you gonna vote for Corinne Fisher for mayor?
Oh, of course.
Good.
What else can be done for the city but to be saved by Corinne?
I do hope she gets on a debate stage. We got Andrew Cuomo back. I would love to.
It would be amazing.
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 Yeah.
I mean, candidates like that never get anywhere close
right.
to actually making it.
Right.
You know, so like you have to be a career lifelong politician. So
yeah, with all
it's
the
nice,
backers and the money. And,
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm like, well, is anyone going to do like a modicum of research? But really, she hasn't done anything bad in the she had a podcast called Guys We Fuck. Like, so what?
Yeah, no, I don't think that there's
like,
right. And also, I mean, that's the title of the show. So what are you going to do? Find her like saying raunchy things on the podcast?
Yeah, of course.
Once you get past the title of the show, there's nothing to expose.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like, she's probably cleaner politically than anyone else.
Probably.
Because she hasn't been involved in it her whole life.
Absolutely.
You know, I would love to see her on the debate stage. And I mean, it's like, why not? Who is Cuomo really going to do a great job with the city?
What else
I don't know.
Look, what else are we doing?
Why not Corinne?
What else are we doing?
Yeah. That should be her running phrase.
Yeah.
Corinne Fisher. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
What else are you doing?
Yeah.
You know? That's my stance on it. But look,
it should be Corinne Fisher, the easy choice, and it's her in like a slip.
Oh yeah, that's, people would love that.
Yeah.
People would love that. I would vote for that.
Yeah.
Sit down.
She fucked guys, not the city. Corinne Fisher.
Boom! I like that.
Boom.
You need to get on this thing. She got
Thank you.
One of the guys from Third Eye Blind, or Stephen Jenkins, working on her campaign.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. I asked her about it. She was in here.
How? What is he doing?
They know each other. He's advising her.
Is he just making her different entrance songs? Like, what is he advising her about?
He's a great advisor.
Here's what you gotta do: meth and fuck Vanessa Carlton, and you'll be golden, baby.
You'll be good. You'll be good. Ian Fidance is going to be performing this Thursday in Fayetteville, Arkansas at the Walton Arts Center, and Friday and Saturday at the Raleigh Improv. You can get the debut special, Wild, Happy, and Free, on the B and Ian YouTube channel. Also, of course, on that B and Ian YouTube channel is the B and Ian podcast, where you can see how much joy these two get out of the other one suffering.
No.
Yeah.
Joy we bring to each other in a world of suffering.
But
B and Ian with Jordan.
And only one will have joy, the other will be suffering.
Both have joy. One is like Jesus, and the other is an apostle.
Ian, it is always a pleasure seeing you.
I love you, buddy. Thank you.
You're
for
the
having
best. Yeah, come back soon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Maybe by Joel McHale. Maybe it's a domestic disturbance. I don't know.
I mean,
but the only thing I can think of is Scream 7 is Ghostface in hell, and now Sydney has to deal with all the Ghostfaces because she's in hell.
Okay.
right?
I think that would be a horrible movie.
It feels good to me. Something feels good about this. Where now, because all these people are dead in this movie, so like if they're all coming back, then I feel like they've got to be in hell. Dewey goes to hell because they've all murdered.
Yeah.
Sydney's murdered. Sydney murdered Billy. Sydney murdered Billy's mom. Sydney, without context is kind of a shitty person. With context is completely justified because they were all trying to murder her. But without context, you could still argue she might have to go to hell for a little bit. And maybe Sydney has to beat all the ghost faces to go to heaven.
Okay.
And she has to help Dewey get to heaven as well.
I mean, that's the worst movie I've ever heard.
All right. Well, I just thought of it literally just now as we're sitting here, and I feel like I'm ready to go into a meeting with $7 on it.
So there's two things for me. Number one, just because they're announced to be in this doesn't mean it's not going to be flashbacks or...
What, are they going to retcon?
No, not necessarily, but like there can be like scenes with them that doesn't like ruin the movie.
All I'm thinking of, like, Billy Loomis is technically in the movie Skeet Ulrich, but he is the ghost of Billy Loomis, which is how they get away with it.
Yeah.
And one scene he's in the back of a car, talking to his daughter.
I remember that.
All I'm thinking about is the school bus, just full of all the dead people in Scream. And they're just all hanging with Nev Campbell.
So what I have heard, which is a theory that I'm going to get behind, I'm going to co-sign this one.
Okay.
Danielle, now you know what that means.
Not a math reference.
Thank you.
Is that they are going to be used as deep fakes.
Deep fakes?
In some way, like AI, which would make sense because that's modern day.
Well, why don't we just deep fake them then? You're going to actually use the actors to fake a deep fake? Why don't you just deep fake?
No. Because that way we're like, oh, look, they're there.
I mean, if they're there playing a deep fake...
That makes a lot more sense than Nev Campbell goes to hell.
Scream 7, Ghostface in hell sounds awesome.
And has to kill all the other ghost faces to get to heaven.
Yeah, of course she has to, with Dewey. She has to bring Dewey with her to heaven.
That sounds like the worst movie I've ever heard of.
Okay, well, I think Sydney and
I'm going
Dewey,
with deep fakes.
I think Sydney and Dewey belong in heaven. Final answer.
Okay.
I just don't. I mean, if you're gonna do, are they just like because they know that if they do actual deep fakes, people get pissed?
Yeah, nobody likes that.
I would hate it if I was an actor and had to play myself as a deep fake. I'd be like, can't we just figure out maybe what if we do this in hell? It would
or
be my
listen,
pitch.
I mean, it's not crazy to just.
Well, you said two things. What's the other thing? Because I hate this. I hate the deep fake.
Flashbacks.
Flashbacks.
I mean, flashbacks is the easiest way to be like, hey, we're bringing this character back. And not like have it ruin everything.
What if it's a cult that brings ghosts to life?
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so
as long as we're not going to hell,
like literally, like
yeah,
and the battles take place in hell.
Yeah.
Okay, because that was my first vision. Was the battles are literally taking place in hell
with demons?
Or
just ghost faces.
Demons, and there's also like cameos, like Hitler's down there. Like it'd be really funny if like Kanye was down there, just as like what I mean, just like a tip of the hat, But like, yeah, you put Hitler down there, Stalin can be down there, like, all these like real bad guys.
Okay.
Maybe like Jeffrey Dahmer shows up.
I guess.
OJ. You don't think people would pop if OJ was in hell?
Like Walt Disney?
Yeah, Walt Disney.
Like,
yeah. That's
Steve Jobs.
Right. Like, how Steve Jobs ended up down here? Well, when he wasn't making the phones, he wasn't that nice. Yeah.
No, it's the worst idea I've ever heard.
Okay, well, it's ripe for cameos.
Yeah, because yes. Then you can get anyone and everyone
that are bad. You can't do any good cameos.
No.
Right. You could have like Phil Spector down there. Would you pop if Phil Spector was in Scream as somebody in hell?
1,000%.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. Right. Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
I think you could. I mean, Gene Hackman.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg's down there.
Get RBG in there.
And I'll tell you what, Mike. That's the type of pop culture connection I can get behind.
Ruth Conda forever.
That's right. My kid said that the other night. It was really sweet. Okay, then. Let's put our... Fine. We won't do it in hell with all the great cameos. What if it's a cult and they bring ghosts to life?
Like literal ghosts?
But only Sydney could see them, so we don't really know if they're literal ghosts. We don't know if she's going crazy or if they're actual ghosts coming to life.
Okay, because if they are actual ghosts coming to life...
And then the reveal
then we're leaving reality.
The reveal is they are actual ghosts coming to life.
Okay, then we're leaving reality.
It's like
and
the
up
movie-
until now, we have been grounded in reality.
It's like the movie Ghost Dad. Remember that one?
Oh, I love Ghost Dad.
Exactly, except Scream.
All right, that's
I just-
the kind of pop culture reference crossover I could get behind.
I'm extremely concerned. I'm gonna
Flashbacks. Flashbacks.
It's a lot of people to hire for flashbacks.
Not really. 3?
Let me tell you something. Dewey don't come cheap.
I'm pretty sure he does.
Not David Arquette.
I'm pretty sure he's working scale.
Let's get David Arquette in here too, by the way.
Yeah, reach out. You're friends with him.
That's actually a fair point. Throw it right back in my lap, and I can't argue with you on that.
He knows you.
Yes, he does.
He's aware.
Yes, he does. Who else does?
The Rock.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Just off the top of my head.
Yeah. I just wanted another one off the top of your head.
The Rock.
Yeah, I'm extremely concerned. Mark Consuelos is in this too, from Kelly and Mark?
Sure.
Okay. I'm extremely concerned. I'm going to be 100% honest. I think even with all these people being cast, I felt like I was very hopeful after Scream 5. I said, man, they did it right.
Who's writing it?
They brought the franchise back, and they nailed it. You know,
Scream 5 is
it's a difficult thing to do. They nailed it. They played into the nostalgia enough, but they created a new, interesting cast of characters. And then we got Scream 6, and it was good enough. It wasn't so wonky that I said I'm out. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't so wonky that I was out. Now, I don't know, man. I'm worried. I'm concerned. I don't want them to do this to my franchise.
Okay, the writers are the same writers from 5 and 6.
But they're not directing.
No.
It feels like this feels Aaron Rodgers. This feels like the Aaron Rodgers season with the Jets. You know what I mean? Where
Maybe it's
like,
the Aaron Rodgers season with the Giants that we haven't seen yet.
Can I tell you how much I hope Aaron Rodgers signs with the Giants?
He's the odds-on favorite in betting.
Oh, I want to put some money on that just for the juju, just to put it out there into the universe. I'd be so excited. I love that my career as a football fan has coincided with some of the great Aaron Rodgers stories ever. He's my favorite. I love him so much. The Jets are like, if the Giants come to him and say, you could still do McAfee and you play for us, he goes right back to the same stadium. Be convenient. He doesn't have to move.
Yeah. Same locker, probably.
Oh, same locker. Paint it blue.
Color. Yeah.
Paint it blue. Aaron insists on changing in the Jets room with you guys. Yeah, I'm very excited about that possibility, and I love the idea of Giants fans like getting excited, going, I don't know, maybe this is the turnaround season, maybe and seeing another New York season of disappointment, or he really does. It would be even better. There's no bad scenario with him going to the Giants. Either you watch history repeat itself, and it's just like delicious justice and irony. Or you got an even better story, which is Aaron Rodgers goes to the Giants, has an incredible season, gets along great with the coach, and you realize it really was everybody else the whole time.
Well, wait, what's the other scenario?
Just another...
Because he's not staying with the Jets.
No. The other scenario is he has a season just like he had with the Jets, but with the Giants.
Oh,
meaning
okay.
he.
I see what you're saying.
Like just another disappointing season
or
for New
it's
York.
An incredible turnaround.
Right, exactly. I know he's not staying with the Jets, but I want him to go with the Giants. And either that's what I'm saying. One of those two scenarios is what happens. Either he, just leaves the Giants fans destroyed and dismayed and distraught, or somehow
really gives it to the Jets.
Yeah, we find out that it wasn't. The Packers were at fault. The Jets were at fault. He is actually the man. He's still got it, and he's easy to get along with. That's what I'm hopeful for. Mike, do you think it's going to happen?
I mean, they're going to need a bridge quarterback. It looks like they're possibly going to trade up to one.
What about Tommy Cutlets?
Yeah, you don't think Cutlets is ready? His agent seems like he's on it.
Well, he also lives in New Jersey too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they both have short commutes.
Right. So,
I mean, I would love.
Well, his parents live in Jersey. Tommy Cutlets, I should say.
Well, I think he resides with them.
Oh, okay.
Well, because of the Cutlets and the laundry.
I forgot about the laundry scenario.
Understand. I think they're from like Cedar Grove too. Nice town.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rodgers Dable dynamic would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just seeing Brian Dable's face get redder and redder every week.
You don't think he'll turn it around?
He doesn't feel like the right guy to be in New York.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers needs less of a spotlight on him.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But I do love, I mean, and maybe this goes with why I'm going to just keep loving these Scream movies forever. I am not a fan of the story of, hey, when you're the best, leave them wanting more and quit while you're still at the top of your game. I think that's dumb. I think people, and when greatness is out there, I think greatness should be allowed to keep rolling until the wheels fall off, if that's what greatness wants to do. I think greatness should be given its own sort of separate set of rules. And if somebody like Aaron Rodgers, that's why I watch